Pav and GONxFREAKS on stage. News from RedNex, where truth is the stage. No bias here, just facts you'll see. In every corner, the world story we'll tell. From the streets of Paris to Tokyo's gleam, every city, every voice will hear them. No spin, no hype, just calm and serene. RedNex World News, where truth is supreme. Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, unbiased crew, bringing you the news without a slew. RedNex World News, where truth takes flight. Every day, every night, we keep it tight. Through the chaos, through the calm, we stand. With Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, we understand. The pulse of the world will never let it fade. RedNex World News, where truth is made. From wars to peace, from despair to hope, we're here to guide you through the scope. No matter the storm, we'll keep you informed. RedNex World News, where truth is born. Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, unbiased crew, bringing you the news without a clue. RedNex World News, where truth takes flight. Every day, every night, we keep it tight. Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS on stage. News from RedNex, where truth is the stage. No bias here, just facts you'll see. In every corner, the world story we'll tell. From the streets of Paris to Tokyo's gleam, every city, every voice will hear them. No spin, no hype, just calm and serene. RedNex World News, where truth is supreme. Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, unbiased crew, bringing you the news without a slew. RedNex World News, where truth takes flight. Every day, every night, we keep it tight. Through the chaos, through the calm, we stand. With Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, we understand. The pulse of the world will never let it fade. RedNex World News, where truth is made. From wars to peace, from despair to hope, we're here to guide you through the scope. No matter the storm, we'll keep you informed. RedNex World News, where truth is born. Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, unbiased crew, bringing you the news without a clue. RedNex World News, where truth takes flight. Every day, every night, we keep it tight.
All right. Welcome, everybody. We got a lot to do today. You got Captain Pav here and GONxFREAKS, or GONxFREAKS, as our lovely jazz lady likes to call him. It's all in fun, though. I'm not sure why Twitch wants to be a bizitch today, but it does. So I'm going to have a little bit of manual work to do here, so bear with me. Welcome, everyone. Please leave some comments. We would love to chat with you. Oh, I can't spell comments, apparently. Okay, perfect. So we're going to be starting today with a little something different.
This looks different. It's a bunch of emojis. Is this like secret codes?
Mm-hmm. So we got a little game show intro here.
Gen Z secret codes.
Our guide. Real conversations we'd rather just hide. We're fluent in memes, but can't change a tire. Our social skills melting like ice in a fire. We're lost without.
All right, so Gen Z segment on emoji stories. I guess this is a thing. You get to tell a story with your emojis. That's how we talk. Ziggy, we've missed you too. We were hoping to kill some vampires with you the other day, but hopefully soon. How you doing, bud?
Perhaps tonight.
So I threw these into our Discord, so anyone who's following on Discord, let me see if I can actually throw the link in here. Discord, will it work? Okay, it worked. So in the future, you can follow us there and catch up on games ahead of time, but we're going to be doing this together. So come up with your favorite story for these sets of emojis. We're going to take a second to think about it and give people a moment to type. And the first one, we got the sweat smile camera and see no evil emojis. And go. Gotta put it in the chat.
Oh, it has to go in the chat? Which chat? Either chat?
Any of them.
Any of our chats. Okay. Do I have to do them all, or are we just doing these one at a time?
One at a time. Number one.
Okay. You say stories, I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that, so.
There's my number one. All right, so for number one, my story for this set of emojis, like what situation would you use this pair of or I guess series of emojis? So for me is sending an embarrassing selfie to a family member by mistake. So sending Grammy a selfie that I probably shouldn't be sending Grammy. I might send that series of emojis to describe what I just did. Do you understand how this goes now? I can't unsee it. All right. Yes, I think that could be, well, I don't know.
So I'm thinking a little too much like a text message, like what it could mean as far as like replacing words, but that's not right. It actually means
like if you were to text that to a friend, like, okay, I just sent this embarrassing emoji or a selfie to my grandma, and you sent that to your friend, you might use these three emojis to describe that to them instead of, because we're talking Gen Z community. So if I was a Gen Zer and I fucked up and I was going to tell another Gen Zer that I did such a thing, I might just send these three. emojis, and they probably will know or at least vaguely they'll be like, yeah, I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I'm going to get most of these then, but okay.
I think you'll catch on as we go. I'm sure.
Oh, maybe by number 8, I might start to understand.
All right. So the second one is this is a boba tea, which is like the tea with the bubble. It's bubble tea.
Bubble tea. Okay.
So it's got like these little jelly balls in the bottom and the big straws. So you're like sucking in these like tapioca. Have you ever had bubble tea?
No, I didn't even know it was a thing.
So yeah, there's like tapioca balls.
I just learned something, I guess. I learned there's something called bubble tea that has tapioca balls in it. Sweet.
Yeah.
I'll have to try it out sometime.
I would say get the smallest size possible because it quickly becomes overwhelming. So this is bubble tea, grimacing face, and I'm texting you chat bubble, or like the the chat bubble. All right, ready, go.
Are you kidding me? What the hell? This is supposed to tell a story?
Raised by screens, can't make eye contact. Social skills, there's an app for that. Microwave meals are culinary feat. Alexa,
right.
do I boil an egg to eat?
Hold on. Okay. I really don't know. So
all right.
There we go. That's my guess. Don't know.
Let's see. You say I'm so bored. I'm drinking bubble tea by myself. Okay, that could be.
Right. I have no friends, so I went out by myself and bought bubble tea, and I'm sitting here drinking it. And I want you to come out and hang out with me or something, because you're obviously communicating this to someone.
Okay.
I know
I think
wrong,
you're getting
but
closer.
I'm trying.
I know I'm going to say got the wrong boba tea, and I'm too embarrassed to ask for something different, and I have to text someone now.
Oh. Okay, that actually kind of makes a lot of sense. When you're thinking, you're starting to think more like Gen Z, I think, because they're scared to ask.
Oh, God. I don't know if that's a compliment or
because
that's
we learned that they don't like interacting with other people unless it's through a text message.
So it's probably thinking there's a boomer behind the counter. Yo, Lisa Pisa, are you gonna play along? We're doing Gen Z emoji stories. It's not coming. My answers aren't coming through to Twitch for some stupid reason, but I am reading them out loud. So this is Gen Z emoji stories. So imagine you're a Gen Z and you have to tell another Gen Z something, but only with emojis. What would this be describing? So the first one we said maybe sending an embarrassing selfie to the wrong person.
Welcome. Is that what it actually means, or is that your guess?
I mean, this is like it could mean a variety of things. We're just trying to see who has a good like a good storyline for these emojis. This is more of like picture. What do you call it? Apples to apples.
Oh, you mean there's no like right or wrong answer?
There's no necessarily right or wrong, but like I think as a community we can agree there's a better and a worse.
I thought there was like this is a universal.
Well, I can.
Gen
well,
Z
no,
thing.
It's not like a universal, but there's.
Okay.
I guess this is kind of a game that they play now, is the emoji story, but we're doing it from a Gen Z perspective. You can't even think like that. All right, I'm gonna encourage you to at least try, if you can, and then we'll get on with normal news. All right, this one is the flushed face, which is like kind of like an embarrassed or like, oh my god, like what is?
It's like blushing, isn't it? Like I'm blushing.
Blushing
emoji.
is more like I'm like, oh, you're making me blush. Like you said something cute about me. Like, oh, this is more like, oh my god, what is happening? Like an embarrassed kind of blushing.
Okay.
So this is called flushed, and then this is phone, and then this is silent.
Well, it's like no audio, right?
Right, like mute.
Let's try that.
Oh, I forgot to put the music on.
Yeah, we need the countdown.
Oh, damn it.
All
right.
Let's
Let's
see.
see.
Notice.
I sent you a picture.
Thinking too hard, and I know I'm not getting this. I'm not.
Lisa Pisa, number 3. I'm so embarrassed. I took a nude photo. Please be quiet. I like it.
That's kind of like what I was thinking along the lines of too.
I sent a picture.
I was
of
trying
myself.
to be more simple.
If you don't say something good, I'll be embarrassed. Okay. I said I forgot to put my phone on silent during a work meeting. I was going to say during a funeral, but I think they would have put like a dead emoji or something in there too. But okay. I think we're getting somewhere with this. All right. Number 4, we have like the male dancer, like the female salsa dancer lady, and then a old like camera. Ready, go.
Swipe left, swipe right, our thumbs are sore. Social skills, we're not quite sure. Emojis speak louder than words these days. In this digital haze, we're lost in a maze. AI's
That's the only one I could think of
That's
beforehand.
the first
and
one
it was
you
too
chime
quick.
in on, huh?
It's the only one that I could kind of see that kind of being like something when I thought about it.
All right, Ziggy
I'm
says,
still
let's
probably
dance
wrong,
between the
but-
sheets and film it. Of course.
Oh my
okay.
gosh.
Okay. Possibly. Let's see. What's Lisa say? My
probably
moves
right.
are worthy of being on Dancing with the Stars. Ooh, I like that one. But I don't think Gen Z would. I think you're in the. Oh wait, that was you. That was
That
you.
was me. That was
Your
me.
brain. You're in
Yeah.
the old brain still. This is not Gen Z shit. Me and my boo are being
This
filmed
is Gen Z.
dancing.
Oh, wait,
okay.
Dancing with the Stars is
Yeah, they're
like
not going to be like,
millennials.
oh, I'm going to be on
Never
Dancing
mind.
with the Stars. They're fucking,
You know what?
yeah, right.
Whatever.
Yeah,
this
doing
show
weird
is now.
TikTok dances all day. Yep. All right. Let's see. Number 5. I think this honestly was the hardest one. And you were like, this was one of the easier ones.
Me?
Reports are coming in. Trump died. Really? Okay. Well, we'll take 1 second and look at this, you weird troll. Let's see. Camel Tony. Is Trump dead? All right. Well, looks like not so much. And apparently they're trying to get like people to type that into Google. Maybe. I don't know. To get it to trend. Who the fuck knows? All right. I love seeing you cry. Please send a pic.
Oh, we're on 5 now?
Lisa! That's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if I'd like that.
Swipe, tap, scroll, repeat. Gen Z's digital heartbeat. AI's our crutch. Adulting. Dance with growing up. Raised by screens, can't make eye contact. Social skills, there's an app
2
for
messages?
that. Microwave meals are culinary feat. Alexa, how do I boil an egg to eat? Tap, scroll, repeat.
How do I get that to go?
Gen Z's digital heart.
What did I put? All right, found something I love, but the price is crazy. Want to die now. I'm not sure how the phone fits in, but I figured I had to tell someone. All right, let's see. No response from Ziggy. You so hot, it makes me want to die. You don't send me. Freaky! Oh my God, what a crazy variety of answers!
Let's just try and thinking outside the box. A little. Maybe I'm thinking
all
inside
right.
Ziggy's box.
Anyone
actually,
who
but-
might be joining us, we're doing emojis from a Gen Z perspective real quick as an intro game, and then we'll be moving on with the news. So we are on number 6.
I have a question about 7 before we get to 7.
All right, I will pause before 7. But on 6, we have grimacing face, the looking
Grimacing
eyes,
face.
and an email.
I didn't know what that emoji meant. Grimacing face. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was like
grimace,
teeth gnashing
which
and grinding teeth.
kind of be a grimace, but yeah, no, it's
I
not
guess.
grinding. I mean, it could be, but this is grimace, and this is looking eyes and email.
Email? Oh.
This
Okay.
is email. So this is, the E is for email. That was a good one for a regular letter. I like that.
That's my idea for 6. Sorry, I misspelled email, but you get the point.
All right, let's see. Oh my God, that boomer wants me to write an email. Oh, okay. I like that one. Oh shit, look.
They're so old.
Well, I mean, I think maybe they don't use email. Maybe they only use like
They use text messages
DMs or something. I don't know.
They use emojis and text messages.
Oh
Here's my
shit! Look
report.
what Becky said in that email. That is a good one.
that is a good
I'm
one.
saying, just got fired again via email.
Not bad.
And we got number 6, Trumpers seeing Trump's name in the Epstein files. Yeah, baby. Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. Look at her butt in that email. All right, number 7. This is a croissant. Before we
Croissant generally refers to breakfast, right?
I think so, yes, but I'm not sure.
Maybe
like,
fancy.
officially. Yeah, fancy French bread. And then, so croissant is apparently made by folding like the bread like a billion times, and it makes like little air pockets, and that's why it's like how it is. But
it's all airy and light and crispy.
So croissant, love eyeballs, and this is technically calling, but like some sort of.
My question is, what is that little E thing? Is that important to the emoji?
No, I edited it. Because I didn't like the one that was there before.
Okay, that was my question.
Yep.
It's not a different emoji to the other one, right?
No. Sadie!
I really don't know.
Emojis speak louder than words these days. In this haze, we're lost in a maze. AI's a crutch, our virtual friend can't make decisions without pressing send. Adulting seems like a foreign land where Peter Pan's with smartphones in hand. We're Gen, we're free, raised by screens, socially unseen, crippled by tech. What the heck?
Yeah, I think Lisa's on to the right track there. Freaky. See an answer.
I don't know.
All right.
I
what
don't know.
Is brekkie? It's breakfast. It's a short. It's brekkie. How you not say brekkie? Achy breaky? No. What did I say? Brekkie? Breaky? Oh, maybe. How do you spell brekkie? Should I not have put the A in there? Well, isn't it breakfast? How do you spell breakfast? Is it breakfast? I think so, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm saying look at my brekkie. It's so lovely and fluffy because they love sharing all their food and stuff on Instagram. And Lisa Pizza says the same thing.
That was a millennial thing. So
hey girl, I'm laid up in the Hilton. I'll send you a pic of my French breakfast. Nothing for Freaky, even though he said, oh wait, no, you said that one was the easy one. All right, so yep, he had nothing. He couldn't even say like I love croissants, like not even on the nose.
But I know that's wrong, so it's like I can't think of what this could
pick the wrong thing. All right. Last one, and then we're moving on to the very important news topics of the week. I promise, but we're having tons of fun with this. So, last one. Sleepy face phone fire. Oh.
Swipe, tap, scroll, repeat. Gen Z's digital heartbeat. AI's our crutch. Adulting's tough. Our awkward day.
Oh, darn. Yeah, Lisa's is pretty good, actually.
Oh. Yeah, but I don't know if they would ever actually do that.
Oh, actually put it
Just
to
be
sleep.
like,
That's
my
a good
hands
point.
are on fire.
Yeah.
Phone. I'm gonna burn the house down. All right, there we go. I'm sleeping in on the one day everything happens. Big events. Okay.
Like
Okay,
like
I'm
all
sleeping
the
in the-
fun,
yeah,
cool stuff happens while I'm I'm sleeping.
And they know this because of the phone. Okay, so they know there's cool stuff.
Like they
because
wake
of the
up
phone.
in the morning and then it changed while they were asleep, basically. That could be, everyone broke up with everyone or something. I don't know. Or so-and-so, a celebrity died, who
Lisa
knows?
Pisa says, I'm putting my phone to sleep. It's burning up. I don't know what the fuck. Gen Z and millennials act like they're all crazy. Uh-oh, are you a boomer, Lisa Pisa?
She's a boomer. She's probably a Gen Xer.
You like Gavin Newsom's tweets, Camel Tony? Trump sleeping at his birthday party parade? Well, Gavin Newsom tweets is that a boxing? What am I looking at? Oh, fire
The Cardinal.
Cockpicks. Oh, fire Cardinal. Oh, what is that? I can't tell.
It looks like
Gen
a bird.
X, baby. Oh, what am I?
Firebird.
Wait,
Firebird. Was that like a thing for Gavin Newsom? Is he a Firebird?
I don't know. All right. Well, I thank you everyone for joining us for our introductory
Gen Z
game.
games were hard today. I don't know. I don't think I did.
That's
very
not
well.
a Twitter bird. It's red. Twitter bird is blue. Am I crazy?
Welcome to the show.
No, Twitter birds are blue, but it's not Twitter anymore. It's X.
Digital game.
Yeah. Where's that? Fire tweets. Okay, that's what that is. Gotcha. All right. Well, clearly I'm not
fire
fluent in
tweet.
memes.
Hot
Yep,
tweets.
all
hot
right,
tweets.
hot
Oh, okay.
tweets.
Now it's coming
It's
together.
all coming. Yeah. Thank you for explaining it. I was completely
tweets.
lost. All right. Now we're jumping in. Again, this is more Gen Z. So we had our Gen Z game. Now we're going into
we need
Gen
to
Z
brain
news.
refreshers.
I know we're going deeper, Lisa. That was a preparation. That was like the stretching before the exercise, Lisa. Jeez.
That was the fun part. This is where it gets.
Yeah.
This is the work.
Yep. Now we actually got to use our critical thinking and dive into the mind of Gen Z. All right. So we're going to start with the biggest fears of every decade just to get kind of grounded in what our forefathers went through compared to what these little babies are doing today.
You're a woman wearing pants? You're firing me? But boss, you can't do this. If I don't have a job to go to, I'm gonna be stuck with my wife all day long. Nuclear weapons, communism, the Japanese, why all these horrific threats? But one even worse, Japanese communists with nuclear weapons. Martha, I'm home. Why isn't supper on the table yet, woman? You're a black man with rights. Stranger danger, okay, kids? Don't talk to strangers. Remember that. Unless they have a cute puppy or some free candy or something. But otherwise...
I feel like these are all like pretty accurate, actually. Like these are all pretty representative of the times.
Run. You're gay? Okay, no problem. No, just stay away from me, man, okay? I don't want to catch your AIDS. The computer doesn't know what 2000 is. Y2K is going to end the entire world. Nothing matters. That's why we should bang, Stacy. Oh my gosh! Could you imagine having a black president? That would be terrible. Government's been listening to our every phone call? Yeah, but they're letting the gays get mad now. Mr. President, the people want to know when you're going to release the Epstein client list. You know what? There is no Epstein client list. I just found this out myself. Are people still talking about the Epstein client list? It's a big hoax. It never even happened. I never knew Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, nobody cares about that. We don't talk about that.
So why are you still talking about it? I cut taxes on tips. Does nobody care about that?
Does nobody care about this? All right. So that is
That was when the 1980s one was really freaking funny.
just, I think all of them. It's just they were all right, and they're all like
They were
progressively
right,
like
and they were kind of like
detaching from actual like
they
problems
weren't
into
wrong.
just kind of insanity. I don't even understand how we got here. Just to circle back on this Gen Z stare, apparently it is still gaining traction.
Okay, so people on TikTok are talking about the Gen Z stare, which that's when I love social media. It's like, as soon as I saw the word Gen Z stare, I know exactly what they're talking about, but I never heard anybody say that.
I know, me too! I know! It's the moment I heard it, I'm like, yes! How have I not heard this term before?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
All Gen Z.
It is all of them!
That are lovely and have nice
No, there's none of them!
neighborhood, have great manners.
You're a liar!
Where
You liar.
talk to them, ask them a question, and they're like, we went and got ice cream the other
I
night.
swear I want to.
There's probably like two 18 or 19-year-old girls behind the counter. We walked in. They did not say anything to us when we walked in. And I said, hey, how's it going? And they were like... and if the mouth isn't open, they did like, are you...
I know, those are the two... those are both accurate! Ah! They're so different, but they're both accurate.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Why are you staring? Just say hello back. What is that? Why do they... Maybe some parents of Gen Z. What is with the Gen Z stare? Okay.
Yeah, why not just say hello back? If you're that... Just say it back and be done with it. Oh my God!
Z didn't inherit the future. They inherited the fallout. A financial crisis, a global pandemic, and a chaotic political landscape hardly seems like the perfect environment to grow up in, right? It's no surprise that Gen Zers believe that they'll be worse off than their parents, financially, emotionally, and politically. And that is just
Lighten up
the beginning.
a little.
On today's episode of the Infographic Show, we're explaining why life sucks for Gen Z and how it's only going to get worse. But there is one thing that...
Why life sucks for
It
Gen
just
Z,
sucks.
and it's gonna keep getting worse.
It's all down the pit from here, boys and girls.
It's gonna get worse. It's true, but it's so funny. You can't just say something like that. It said life is terrible. It's only gonna get worse.
every generation has in common, it's that they start with a sense of hope. Everyone is told you can be anything you want to be when you grow
Oh
up.
my God!
I remember them telling me that when I was growing up.
Willow.
It was
This sounds
kind of a lie.
Every
but, hey,
story needs a scapegoat. Ever since you were growing up, we've been told. Every story needs a scapegoat. And we finally have one. We finally have one. At great cost, unfortunately. At extremely great cost. But we have one.
And we believe it. School is a time to discover what you love, and then you launch into college or a career where you pursue it. Sure, every generation has its troubles. The greatest generation and the baby boomers both saw themselves drafted en masse into large-scale conflicts as they left high school. But that hasn't stopped past generations from making their mark on the world. But could Gen Z be different? The age group that was born between 1997 and 2012, Gen Z has a lot of unique things about it. It was born into a new millennium with very few remembering anything about when the calendar read 19. In fact, if millennials want to feel old, just wait until a Gen Z coworker asks them what...
I feel like, okay, and I mean, that by itself is like irrelevant. I feel like so many things that they talk about is so irrelevant. It's like so fucking irrelevant, but they push it, and then these freaking little weirdos, these little Gen Z weirdos pick up all these excuses that all the adults are making for them, and they start regurgitating it, and it's like, no!
what it was like back in the 1900s. Additionally, this generation was the first to be born into a world of modern technology. While the internet was a curiosity for most millennials as they were growing up, it was essentially a utility for most Gen Z members. They can't imagine a world without it, and most of them have been.
And they still don't know how to use it. They know how to use it from a consumption standpoint, but they don't know how the F it works or how to do anything with it. I think we were talking about it like when we were growing up. If you knew how to use a computer, it was because you knew how to use a computer and you knew every single thing about it because you had to put the thing together.
Yeah, that's true.
And there was a lot to do if you wanted to get online and everything. You had to know what the hell you were doing.
Yeah,
now you
involved process.
You hit the thing, it's online. The kids are watching Cocomelon and rotting their brain away in 5 seconds. It's like they make it super easy, but they don't know what they're doing. They just are consuming it. They're freaking out because it's real life and not video games. That is very true. And I hated school. How was I supposed to find what I love? I think most people hate school. Dial-up internet. I need to use the phone. Yeah, exactly. I gotta make a call. Hang up. Tell your friends you'll get back online in an hour when I'm done talking to Betty Sue from across the street because I can't be bothered to go over there. Oh my God, I know. Everything was like so different and inconvenient, and you'd have to wait for AOL to send you a disc in the mail so you could get some free minutes and hop online for 600 minutes, and it'd be like, oh, your minutes is $9.95 to keep using the internet. You know, like, son of a bitch! You don't know anything like that. You got Wi-Fi everywhere. You got Xfinity hotspot all over the world. You just go, oh, I'm on a hotspot. Here we go. It's crazy. Or you got Starlink now.
It's roaming.
Like, what are you talking about? Oh my God.
Been using a smartphone since they were kids, but the world isn't turning out how they had hoped. Growing up, skyrocketing technology no doubt made many.
Oh, I didn't think it'd be this confusing. What? Yeah, because your parents told you your inadequacies were adequate and that nothing you did was ever wrong and that you were so perfect and awesome, but literally you didn't do shit. And now when you step outside and the real man is looking at you saying, okay, good sir, what is your story? And you got nothing to say to him.
You see you stare at him.
Oh my God, yes! And then you give him that freaking blank stare and he wants to punch your face off. Oh my God, and you wonder why you'll never get anywhere. You gotta impress that guy and you're staring at him like you're fucking empty inside.
I'm sensing a little personal anger here. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's like
perhaps some frustration.
It's on so many levels, and we're gonna see so many things, and we have a ending story on this. But I swear to God, it's like they need to figure it out. And I'm sorry, your parents, and I'm sorry school fucked you over and told you you were so good when you're really not, and that you think every one of your ideas is genius, but you don't think so. In fact, your ideas are shit. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't think it'd be this confusing. Yeah, exactly. Nobody's holding your hand anymore.
Think that they were about to enter an exciting future. But instead, it's been essentially chaos ever since the 2000s began. For older Gen Z, the 9/11 terror attacks are likely one of the first things they remember, and the extended wars that followed cast a pale over the entire decade. And that was followed by a terrible financial crisis in 2008 that detonated the job market for several years. It not only set the millennials back years, it created competition between the two generations as Gen Zers prepared to enter the job market. The earthquake was coming for the kids. The 2010s turned the political landscape toxic, and for many young people, their parents' claims that America had the most stable politics in the world started to sound like a bad joke. But despite this, the economy was largely strong, and as the youngest Gen Z members hit adulthood, they still had.
Yeah, politics went off the rails with social media.
Yeah,
because everybody could say anything about everything, and everybody knew everything all of a sudden. It could comment on anything and be a complete retard about it and not even use a complete thought. Just be like, you stupid. Okay. Yep. What?
And yet somehow those people had tens of thousands of followers.
I know. And that's the thing, like the de-evolution of people into social media. Oh my God.
For the state of the world. After all, it wasn't like the bottom was just going to fall out, was it? And then a once-in-a-century crisis happened. The last time a massive pandemic had hit the United States was 1918, as the Spanish flu devastated an already struggling.
I feel like, oh yeah, so what? We had a global pandemic. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like you can't even compare it to like a bubonic plague or like the Spanish flu. You know how many people in what kind of miserable, terrible, just death everywhere. Like, we're talking about these fucking lunatics. Like, put a mask on. Like, what? Oh, you crazy. Like, you're causing more problems from your insane reflexivity to it. Like, you just are like, put them on an incubator. That'll fix them. And it killed everybody. There you killing people trying to save them because you're just wiping your hands around willy-nilly, doobity-doobity. Let's see what works. Guess what? That's not how it works. Oh my God.
After World War I, while the COVID-19 pandemic didn't lead to nearly the same level of death, it did essentially shut down the country for months, and that hit Gen Z the hardest. The youngest Gen Zers, only 8 years old at the time, were pulled.
And I think that's kind of like the pandering like weakness thing going. Yikes!
So yeah, he kind of went off a little there. It's like, oh, old man Pav's got something to say.
I'm just saying, like, the reaction was not right. Nothing about that was right. Everything about it was crazy, and I think it led into like just all kind of bizarre, like, just radical behaviors. Media? No, COVID.
Oh, COVID.
Yeah.
The way it was reacted to was insane. I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's like, let's just shut down everything. Let's just shut it all.
And even with this statement, like, it's not even as deadly, but it shut down the country. Like, yeah, shut it down. Yeah, but don't actually shut it. Just kind of shut it down, but not really.
Shut it down.
Sabrina, shut it down.
Except for the rich people stuff, that can still
exactly.
Go through.
Rich people, you do your thing, but poor people, shut it down.
Right. If you don't make at least $100,000 a year, it's done. Here, we'll give you some money.
You do not go outside.
No,
I don't want to see your face. You put a mask on your face because you're ugly.
We're shutting down the world for 2 years and just handing out people some money. Nothing.
You'll be happy. And then inflation, and you'll pay it all right the fuck back.
Times
shut down
20.
the country for months, and that hit Gen Z the hardest. The youngest Gen Zers, only 8 years old at the time, were pulled out of school and left to muddle through online learning with teachers who barely understood it themselves. Older Gen Z lost critical.
Yeah, so then you got teachers who don't know how to use technology trying to teach kids who like live technology every day, and and then the kids don't give a F about anything, and they're not learning, they're not doing shit. They're on TikTok. Well, they got like an AI program that makes it look like their eyes are looking at the screen while they're actually looking somewhere else, just watching a freaking TikTok. I swear to God. That's the kind of shit. And then they're like, oh, wait, I didn't have you didn't do shit your whole fucking life. I don't feel one little tiny insy bitsy little piece of sympathy anywhere. Ooh, I need a drink. I'm gonna pass out. I gotta breathe.
Moments from college and high school, with millions missing out on prom and graduation, something they would never get back. And when the world opened up again,
and this kind of wham bullshit, like, oh, pity me, I didn't get to do. Who cares? On some real shit. You're gonna let that dictate the fact that you're gonna be a fucking failure your whole life because you didn't get to go to prom. Wah. I'm Greta Thunberg. Everybody stole my childhood. Derpa. Guess what? Some people get a shit life and some people get a good life. I don't know what to tell you.
It was 2 years, but
exactly, and it came back.
Your
it's
entire
not like
childhood.
I am gonna have an aneurysm. I swear to God. More like a stroke, but I need to drink something.
It just wasn't the same. We've all felt it. Things came back after COVID, but they weren't as good as they used to be. Maybe the 24-hour diner near you now closes at 10:30. Or maybe your favorite snack bag just feels a little lighter despite getting more expensive. And of course, the many places that had to furlough workers during the pandemic just never hired all of them back. There were fewer job opportunities, less variety in where to shop and what to buy, and everyone just seemed a little sadder and less friendly than they used to be.
Mind your
one thing just kept on climbing. If you ask Gen Z what is the biggest problem in the world right now, they're almost definitely going to say, I can't afford anything.
I
Inflation got out of control after COVID, and while it has slowed down, prices certainly aren't going back to what they used to be. That makes it trickier to make ends meet, with just about everything costing more than it used to.
All right, so I just want to stop here real quick and make sure we're all on the same page still, because I know this has been quite a journey already, and some of us might be stroking out. So I just need to recap for anyone real quick. So these Gen Zers are all freaked out because everything's so expensive and everything blah, blah, blah. They can't afford nothing and this and that and whatever and blah, blah, blah. And they know it. Right? So they're saying the hardest thing for me is everything's expensive. Okay? So I want to make sure we all are on the same page that these little babies are saying life is very expensive. As we look into the rest of the behaviors that they exhibit, because most of us, I would say anyone who's like 30 and above, if they see things that are expensive, they say, oh man, I need to like work harder or like get another job or like maybe not buy a coffee every day from Tim Hortons and spend like $2,000 at Tim Hortons every month. Maybe that's not a good idea for my life and my current lifestyle situation. Okay. These little bitches are like, no, I shouldn't have to give up a goddamn thing and still get everything I want. But I don't need to do shit.
Oh.
That's what pisses me off about these little babies. All right, so just so we're on the same page. And this is one of the little babies, and he makes me so angry. This little baby talking to 792,000 people when he is not have any effing experience about anything he is talking about. And I hear what he is saying, and it makes me rage because this is the empty-headed Gen Z bullshit that they've been validated on these arguments from their parents and their teachers and all the quote unquote like authority. Apparently there's no dads anywhere in the world anymore, or I don't know what the hell is happening, but there are no actual effing father figures anywhere in the picture, like a strong man anywhere to correct any of this shit. And it's driving me completely batty.
Family dream for decades around the world was going through life exactly like this. Going through elementary school to high school and having your typical good and bad experiences. Good experiences being meeting good friends you may have for life, and bad experiences being, I don't know, getting your head dunked and swirled in the toilet. I refuse to believe this has ever happened in real life. Like, I don't know where shows came up with this trope. Meeting your high school sweetheart and you both graduating. Going through college and having your wild phases. Then after graduating, having a couple more years.
He can't believe that happened. And that's the thing. That's how good you have it, you little bitch. Like, you don't even understand what kind of bullying actually... I mean, honestly, though, they do have, like, way more, like, school shootings. So from one perspective, you have a more extreme thing happening. But that type of bullying actually was not that uncommon, I would say, and times past. So, give and take. I'm going to say give and take on that one.
Years before settling down, marrying, and having kids. Universally through the world, I think this is the typical path people see of how it goes. And with Gen Z, it's becoming more and more common for people to not want this path. According to the stats, almost 1 in 3 Gen Z and millennials are saying they won't have kids at all. Not even talking about kids, most aren't even trying to get into a relationship. Most dudes are either chronic gooners and gave up on love after their middle school breakup, and most girls are either insane femcells on Twitter saying men should have to earn the right to have freedom.
Every guy should start in jail and have to work his way out.
Absolutely.
I think
love
that's
that idea.
because it's like you need to earn your place out here.
You do.
In my opinion.
You do, and it should be treated as if they're on.
These fucking retarded bitches, I swear to God. All right, you go build a bridge. You go fucking, you know, like, it's just...
dig a hole.
Look at any of these women.
The
like,
things in the world.
Look at the level. Like,
here's a shovel.
I
dig a
hate
hole.
talking about privilege. Like,
3x6.
it makes me
What do you mean?
just
3 inches?
completely insane. But these bitches are what we call privilege and entitlement, and just... This is what happens when you let these people, like, you leave them to their own devices for like, you leave no checks and balances in play with these weirdos. And this is what happens. And then enough of them get together, and then they can start voting on things. And they don't even understand the level of, like, retardation and damage that they're causing. It's just...
Yeah, I think that...
One strike, you're back.
I gotta look it up. Keep going.
Out? Yeah, you're right.
I think slave masters had that type of idea going on. At least they're being nicer, I guess. They're saying they'll free us. Anyways, I'm so glad of hearing the stats. It's not just me, and y'all are alone too. Yes, we are gonna be single the rest of our lives and have 0 chance of a relationship. On 3, Gen Z, who's with me? 1, 2, 3. Nobody did. Yeah, so I thought it would be pretty interesting to talk about why it's become how it is for Gen Z. You know, people always talking about how birth rates are dropping drastically. And if you think of it, it's kind of hard to find someone nowadays that has kids in their early, mid, or late 20s. Like, out of all people I've met in my life, I genuinely only know 2 people in my life that are Gen Z and have kids. And this trend is exactly following how it was for millennials. Crazy to think how the older generations were just popping out kids as soon as they hit 18. Nowadays, if I see an 18-year-old saying they're gonna have a kid, all I'm thinking of is, man, his life is absolutely bro. This is the most obvious one, but one of the main reasons is the cost of living has been absolutely fried the past couple of years. I know. I talk about it a lot and all the time, but man, how can I not? I mean, literally no one even has an ounce of hope. If you ask Gen Z what their hope is for the future, all they're gonna think of is how the cost of living is absolutely cooked and it's only gonna get worse.
Yep. So again, we're establishing this baseline of, oh, the cost of everything is so high and everything's so expensive and how can I afford anything? All right. So we're establishing this consistent baseline with Gen Z.
AI and clank.
Which frankly, okay, well, how does that not apply to literally everyone, you fucking retards? Like, I swear to God, like, oh, no one else in the world gotta, nobody else, it's only Gen Z gotta pay all this.
We're gonna take like 80% of the jobs we have. And the US is gonna go into civil war over these dumbass politicians. The cost of living would be one thing if it was just happening in 1 or 2 countries. But the fact that it's happening in multiple countries at the same time, man, just pass me the cigarette already. Us Americans always focus on our house prices and how they are, which...
Yeah, and look where he's looking. Santa Monica, California. Okay, yeah, and so what? Like, there's, of course, the housing is retarded there.
That is ridiculous,
why would you want to live there?
Me?
You can find any random house.
$2 million?
Yeah, in California, sure. But okay, go somewhere in the suburbs or in a rural area. Right, yeah, no way. You know, like come on.
Monica's not everywhere else. So
yeah,
but housing is really expensive,
and this is the kind of Gen Z selective bullshit.
But it is for everybody.
Oh, look at this one house in the fucking highest cost of living area anywhere. It's just so expensive. Okay, and so you can't live there. And neither can most people. And why would you want to, frankly?
Which is true. But I feel a little more patriotic when I look at ours compared to the UK and Canada. This is a 650,000 pound house.
And then, yeah, I'm glad he actually said this. I'm surprised when he went into this. I'm like, wow, okay. I'm surprised. But everywhere else is actually even way more expensive and harder to be a homeowner. Like, what are you talking about?
Or $879,000 house. 5 bedrooms and 1 bathroom is diabolical. I know the bathroom looks like Chernobyl every day. And in Canada, this is a $1.6 million house. No wonder Drake left out years ago. I wouldn't want to be there either. And even though I think money is obviously a factor to things like the house, I think there are people in Gen Z and millennials that can afford things like houses with a mortgage. But one of the main reasons they won't do it is because if they do get that typical family experience of getting a house on mortgage and having kids, they know they're going to be stuck paying it for the next 30 years, probably barely scraping by. And in the act of doing that, the kids are going to get neglected in some way. I know with my experience growing up in that typical type of suburb area, all the kids' parents in the neighborhood, including mine, were barely home. We would be out when kids actually went outside late. And it would be 9, and some of them were still not.
He dropped out. Did he drop that kid? Did you see that? Hold on 1 second.
We're barely home. We would be out when kids actually went outside late.
Okay, there was sand.
And some of them were still. Hey, don't drop that kid. They had to pay. They also had to balance their kids' expenses as well, which ended up affecting younger generations' mental health. Part of why it's such a problem now. With younger generations nowadays, we don't want to put that same type of burden on our kids. Every generation tries to improve how they.
And this kid, like, oh, we don't want this. We don't want to put that burden. We don't want the burden on. We don't want to have to put that. And so what? Nobody does.
No.
It's what it is.
It is what it is.
Reality isn't just match whatever the fuck you want it to be, unfortunately.
And I don't know about y'all, but I actually want to be able to do things with my kids. Go to Disneyland and all the fun vacation places. If I gotta sit there balancing in this economy a $500K mortgage of a home that's the equivalent size of a shack, as well as taking care of my kids' expenses, I know it would be too much for me. Which is why a lot of Gen Z is even letting go of the thought of having kids. Why would you want to bring kids into a scenario where it's potentially going to be chaotic? There's all different types of wars going on. You don't know what's going to happen economically in the next years. It's also the reason why the age of having kids has been being pushed up a lot. There's a lot of women now who are having kids in their mid-30s to early 40s, which happened less in the past because it was kind of shamed by society. The shaming has gotten better in a lot of countries, but there is those places where it's still like a very bad thing to do. I find that so weird. Like, I would never sit there and judge someone for having kids later in life. It's one thing if you're bringing up potential fertility concerns, but a doctor would tell you if you're fine or not before anyone.
I mean, like, later in life to me, where it would be concerning is like 55 plus. Like, if you're like going into your 60s having a kid, I don't know. Like, that might be kind of like, what are you doing?
If I did want kids also and wanted to pay for a house, I'd probably wait until at least 70% of it's paid off. Which older generations did not do. They kind of just hopped into a house and popped out some kids. Then hoped and prayed they could pay off the house eventually. Another thing is younger generations are valuing their freedom way more than other generations in the past. You'll see.
Yeah. And here's where we hit the problem. Here's where it all falls apart.
A typical boomer be like, when I was your age, I already had 5 kids with another one coming. What's the holdup, son? Yeah, the holdup is we actually want free time in our life and not have our life dedicated.
Yeah,
So how are you supposed to have even an ounce, a grain of sympathy at all when this is the mentality? I want to have free time for myself.
Yeah. So they want to play. I mean, that's fine. But
You think
gotta
literally
work
every single
as
person
well.
in the world wouldn't rather just have their own fucking free time, you little baby fucking retard? I swear to God, I tried. I'm like really trying to like curb it. But some things just push me into insanity. Like, how do they not understand this? Like, literally nobody was like, oh, let me just go be a slave to my job. That sounds great. No, you retard. Like, it's what there's. And if that's what motivates you, that you want free time, well, guess what? You can get it. You just gotta work hard first. Or figure out a way to be valuable that somehow doesn't involve hard work, and you're a fucking genius, and congratulations to you. But I'm sure a lot of people would love to find a way to make a ton of money without putting in any effort so they could have a bunch of free time.
I'd like to do that.
And it's the whole generation. They're like, no, we want to just have free time all day. What are you talking about? Oh, did it ever occur to you that maybe your parents also would have loved to just have free time all day? Or maybe everyone else who gave you all the things that you've had until now, they would have preferred to, I don't know, maybe have free time instead of working to give you all that shit. Like, I swear to God, it's like so twisted. It's so twisted!
Dedicated to kids fully. Society back then was literally just shaped on you gotta have kids or else you won't reach your full happiness. And kids are amazing things in life. I think I gotta say that anyways because I am the child of my parents. Some people get surprised though when I tell them I'm not even thinking of having kids in my 20s and I'm probably gonna do it mid to late 30s. It should have never been a thing in the past where people found you weird or strange if you didn't have any. Never in my life when I was younger and I saw a family member who didn't have kids did I think they were strange. And now that I'm grown, I find it even more weird when a grown-ass adult thinks that. Social media was the true changer of how Gen Z and millennials approach the way they wanted kids. Before social media, people still went on vacations and traveled the world, but it's given us a brand new light on things you didn't even know existed in your own city. Like you could go on TikTok and find some miscellaneous random fun thing in your city you never heard of before to do. I wouldn't know about a bunch of the little fun things that were going on in my city without the internet. And now because Gen Z and millennials aren't having enough kids and birth rates are plummeting, all the governments around the world are panicking what to do now. You got countries like Japan and South Korea pouring billions.
What the hell was any of the point of what he just said? Did I miss something? Oh, I had to back. He just said a bunch of stuff that didn't have anything to do with anything.
I am the child of my parents. Some people get surprised though when I tell them I'm not even thinking of having kids in my 20s and I'm probably gonna do it mid to late 30s. It should have never been a thing in the past where people found you weird or strange if you didn't have any. Never in my life when I was younger and I saw a family member who didn't have kids did I think they were strange. And now that I'm grown, I find it even more weird when a grown-ass adult thinks that. Social media was a true changer of how Gen Z and millennials approach the way they wanted kids. Before social media, people still went on vacations and traveled the world, but it's given us a brand new light on things you didn't even know existed in your own city. Like you could go on TikTok.
So he's trying to claim that social media replaced the need for travel because you could find your own kind of weird stuff in your own location instead of needing to travel.
What?
I don't know. I'm struggling with a lot of this right now. Not gonna lie.
How is seeing something on the internet replace the real thing?
Well, I think he's saying you can find something like this in your area and go do it. Not just look at it on social media, but that you could learn about cool things in your own area so you don't have to go travel, for instance.
Oh. I don't see how those two things are actually related, but okay.
I know. He's saying like how you have kids so that you can go travel and like I don't know, like the whole thing just fell apart to me. And
yeah, I thought we were talking about traveling a little bit too, and things got a little weird, and I don't know what he's talking about anymore.
All right,
okay.
well, Gen Z, apparently your attention span is about less than 6 minutes, because you started off at least relatively consistent, although consistently retarded, but consistent, and now we're
consistent nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. And that brings us to this, actually. So this is kind of what I imagined after watching that, to be honest.
I'm begging you to
You got this old Gen Z baby over here.
45-year-old Gen X with 4 years of age.
And then you got this
right.
Gen Xer over here just standing here watching the Gen Z flip around, be a fucking weirdo. Do a bunch of unnecessary shit. Boom! That's it. He said, this is how you're supposed to live. You're supposed to just, you know, not be a fucking retard, and you wouldn't have got punched in the face like that. I swear to God. It's too much for me, man. That's what I just witnessed over there. I swear this dude was just being stupid and got hit in the face. And it kind of reminds me of this. Damn it.
What the hell?
So I don't know, man. We're just going off the rails. I swear to God, right now it's just the craziest thing. But I think it all circles back to this, and I think this kind of starts to bring it together a little bit, and then we'll be done with Gen Z.
We're circling back again on circling back.
Yes, we are circling and circling and circling. If you can,
It's
imagine.
like a downward spiral of circling.
It is. That's why we had to do stretches first. That's why we do the games.
It makes sense now. It's all coming together.
All right. So, why employers are sick of Gen Z?
Employers.
Why? What is so bad? A recent survey of 1,000 managers in the U.S. found that more than half cite frustration and almost to the point of stress in managing Gen Z. Almost a third of those surveyed said that they would ideally avoid hiring a Gen Z candidate, and 18% have contemplated leaving their own job because they think managing Gen Z is too much. What is it about Gen Z that is making employers
driving 18% of managers to quit?
Because they
It's not
can't
worth it
handle
anymore.
managing these bitches.
Being a manager, like, generally kind of sucks. Just saying.
I mean,
The fact that
probably
they
yes.
haven't quit before and then this drives them to do it, it's got
This
to be
is
pretty
the final. Yeah, exactly. This is the nail in the coffin. They just can't.
It's like, I don't want to
deal
do this
with.
anymore. I just want to flip burgers. Go to McDonald's.
They just want. It's crazy.
incredibly frustrated with them as a whole.
Ziggy, I'm sorry for
the
you.
First is that this always happens. I mean, every generation faces the same lazy and entitled label until they become an elder generation.
And this is true, and this is why it's hard to get the message through, because this is like a boy who cried wolf scenario. People have been saying this generationally forever, and I think to some extent they're right. Like, you know, we don't have like men being blacksmiths and like, you know, going off and learning welding and shit much anymore. Like, there's no real man jobs or anything, but at the same time, they also don't need that shit anymore. So there's like a give and a take, but now you got, you know, everyone saying, oh, they're lazy and this and that. And the problem is, it's not even that they're lazy. It's that they were never challenged. They were never actually told they weren't good enough by giving below adequate effort. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell someone they're perfect and everything they do is perfect, and in reality they can't do anything. Like, you're setting them up to fail, because reality is going to kick in, right? You can't have someone just imagine that, you know, they built the building correctly, or they just, you know, you have to have some level of competency. At some point, it has to kick in. And that's why there's a chasm. That's why you have like the top 10% of students are still performing and the 90% aren't. And we're going to get a 90% pool of just mindless retards that just have to do what they're told. And then the 10% are going to just take over. And it's going to become that scenario. And they're going to... It's going to be like a dystopian...
Yeah, they would be happy with that, the 10%. More than happy with that.
Exactly. And that's what's happening. That's what I'm saying. It's happening.
Yeah,
and
it is.
frankly, the 90% can't even. The problem is it's not going to be like, 84 or whatever that book was, right? And
1986. Yes.
Yeah. And
Was
it's
it
not going to be
1986?
like that, but
Oh my
it's going
gosh.
to be
No,
like,
it was 1984. You're right. You were right the first time. I was wrong. It was 1984. So the book.
I think it's going to be more like Idiocracy, and either we're going to have to take away the rights of like the idiots.
I'm telling you, that movie was a documentary from the future.
I feel like pretty much. It's crazy. Watching it back in the day when it came out, I was like, wow, this is funny. And now I'm like, oh my God, it's reality.
And you're like, wait a second. This sounds really familiar. Didn't I see this in a movie?
Sabrina!
Oh, yeah, I did.
All right, we'll catch you on the next one. We'll be on again 7:30 for games if we see you there. Otherwise, have a great weekend and happy holidays. We'll see you maybe on
Happy
Tuesday.
Labor Day weekend, USA.
USA
Labor Day weekend.
There's a massive component of that in this. Baby boomers were dubbed the me generation in the 1970s, and critics said that they were self-absorbed, they were pleasure-seeking, and unwilling to conform to traditional work norms. Despite being raised by the so-called self-sacrificing greatest generation, boomers were seen as rejecting discipline and faith.
But see, here's the thing.
Bunch of whippersnappers.
You got like the hippies, and you got all these people that like, kind of
those were boomers.
rejected the social norms and whatever, and they kind of changed how
They
the
brought us
world
free love and
works like,
cocaine.
but they weren't being replaced by AI. They weren't getting massively outpaced by technology. They were still at a level where it didn't really like they couldn't like the entire generation was not replaced, for instance, right? It was like you had some weirdos go live in the forest. Okay, great. Like there were other people working still. And yeah, eventually they got a job because whatever, they grew up.
Because they had to.
For the most part, or
jobs,
whatever. They
right.
continued living in their camper in the forest and whatever.
They were able but they were also able to recover from the fact that they screwed around for a while, and then they're like, I should grow up and get a job. They did.
Yeah. The Gen Z doesn't have a chance to recover.
No, because Gen Z doesn't like start right at the beginning, then they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot multiple times.
Yeah, multiple times, exactly. There's
like
unloading the clip right into it.
Right. It takes time to develop the skills and to prove those skills, and then to work your way up and to get better pay. Generally these days you have to do that by working at a job for a few years and then finding a better job somewhere else, because staying in one job generally won't, in the long term, reward you with advancement.
Not anymore.
That's just how it is. Not anymore. It's just the way it is.
Yeah,
so the only way to advance is to advance yourself and not rely on some outside force to hand it to you. And Gen Z seems disconnected from reality.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's what you're
because they kept getting told they were perfect, and now they don't understand why they're not perfect anymore.
As long as you show up, you get a good grade. As long as you try, you'll get at least a B.
Not even try. Not even try.
Not even try? I thought they had to at least try.
Nope.
Oh, don't they get A for effort? Or
Yeah,
they get an A because they
exactly. A is for the effort.
Didn't punch Lucy in the face. Okay.
And then B is you didn't even try, and then C is like you went counter story, like you said trans people were bad or something. You get an F.
Oh, okay. So if you go against the group.
Yeah, if you don't regurgitate the group.
Oh, well, that's not good. That's not a good lesson to teach children.
Yeah, that's like your grades. A, you tried. B, you didn't try. C, no, F, you said something that was not what they wanted to hear.
Oh.
Favor of personal fulfillment. Gen X were the original slackers, branded cynical, aimless, and disloyal.
Hell yeah.
They came of age during economic uncertainty and rising divorce rates.
We're the F-it generation.
Labeled them as
rising divorce rates. Yeah, rising divorce rates. What happened? Huh. What happened with women around that time? I don't know.
As apathetic, unmotivated, too skeptical to care, too jaded to try. Millennials, I mean, Same thing. I mean, Time Magazine, for example, did an iconic 2013 cover calling them narcissistic and entitled. They were accused of craving.
Still live with their parents, but that's the thing. They eventually got out.
Yeah.
Now
they're the
never
parents,
get out,
and they have mortgages.
And they actually wanted to get out, and they
I
worked
think
hard to get out.
the major differences between like Gen X and millennials is actually pretty small, but one of the bigger ones was the fact that they have to wait longer to get the things that the generation before them got, like homes and families and children and things like that. Maybe not children, but that's, you know, that's a different situation, I guess. But is this, I mean, maybe that's part of that feeling hopeless that Gen Z has. I don't know. Trying to understand them a little bit. Knowing that they're kind of like nihilistic is sort of helpful to understand them a little bit.
Praise, avoiding hard work, and killing traditional industries with their demand for flexibility and purpose. And is that too dissimilar from Gen Z? Because this is where we're at now, and they seem to be the most difficult generation to manage. Surveys show that hiring managers consider them entitled, soft, unprepared, quick to ask for more, slow to adapt to workplace norms. Terms like quiet quitting and lazy girl jobs have fueled the backlash, and that is why I'm making this video today.
Yep.
Quiet quitting is like the exact opposite of what it should be. Like quiet quitting is basically, this is the best it'll ever be. I'm just going to like do the minimum and just stay where I am. Like, how is that improving yourself? I don't understand that at all.
And
that one's weird,
especially when it's the beginning of your journey, like you just
right. Like, I mean,
beginning.
how is this not motivation to like improve your situation, or at least attempt to improve your situation? And it doesn't always work. I mean, I attempted to prove my situation before, and it just flat out did not work. I just spent a lot of money to go to school to learn something that I couldn't get a job doing. So, you know, but at least I tried, and, you know, I put forth the effort, and then I tried again, and the second time it worked out. So, you know, you just sit there and say, the only place that'll hire me at 18 years old is McDonald's, therefore I'm only going to work at McDonald's for the rest of my life. I mean, that doesn't.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's just
like, this just makes no sense to me. As obviously nobody wants to work at fast food for their entire life. It's a great start, though. It teaches you some skills. You handle money. You handle the public, which is really important. Dealing with people. Dealing with
or you
managers
just
and
stare
bosses
at
you
them
probably don't like.
oddly.
Right?
Yeah, but that's the thing.
And
They
then
don't
you're like,
actually learn
this
those
really,
things.
you know, this stinks, but at least I learned some skills, and I'm going to take this skill job that pays $1 better an hour. And then I do that for a year or two, and then go to another job. Or, hey, now I'm an assistant manager. Paid $2 more. It stinks because I do 5 times as much. I guess that's part of it. And then, now I'm a manager. Now my assistant does everything. You know, it's like, this is how it goes.
Delegate, baby.
Right? This is how it goes. This is the way it works.
Is that what each generation called entitlement was often just the next generation adapting to a new economy, new technologies, and different values. But the script stays the same. They're lazy, and we don't like them. And this will honestly never stop. I mean, every generation has different tech, different stimulus, different ways of adapting to the world around it, because we're growing up in different worlds. And so as long as there's technological progress, there's social progress, and the advancement of humans, each and every new generation will just seem completely foreign to the generations that came before it, even though they're not really that dissimilar. A big reason why work ethic seems to be at the core of this generational divide that keeps showing itself is that in earlier generations, there wasn't a follow your passion narrative that there kind of is now. It was about showing up, doing what you were told, no matter how terrible that might be, and earning your place over time, often without feedback or mentorship or flexibility. It's just like, this is the way it's done, do it. From their lens, watching a 24-year-old come straight out of school and demand remote work, mental health stipends, and purpose-driven projects, like, to them, it just sounds ridiculous. And if you
mental health stipends. See, this is all the
What the heck is that?
I don't know. I guess so they get extra money to go see a psychiatrist or something, but it's like,
isn't that part of your health insurance?
And or just you pay for it if you need it. I don't understand. It's part of your salary. Pay for whatever the fuck you want with it. Mental health.
Or is this more like, I need more personal time off to maintain my own mental health type of a deal? So they're demanding more like PTO time?
They have, so they get, well, I don't know if it's PTO, but it's like they get to pay for like a therapy session, or like, I don't know, they get to pay, I don't know. I'm a man. Again, I don't understand. Like, spend your money on what you want to. If you need a therapist,
right,
okay, spend your money on a therapist.
Right. You're paid to do a job. What you do with that money is your business. Yeah.
Like, that's just crazy to me. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that doesn't literally makes no sense at all.
Understand that, well, it makes it a little bit easier to deal with. So if every generation gets this kind of heat, why does it feel extra hot on Gen Z? The second reason is amplification. In previous decades, criticism of the youngest up-and-coming generation was always reserved for, some media spots, water cooler conversation, your uncle, your neighbor, whatever. They were sort of isolated one-off events. It was sort of like an understanding that, the young people are so lazy or whatever, but it wasn't like in your face as much. Now you have countless videos and memes and social media content online that amplify the difference between generations. And honestly, those kinds of videos and pieces of content do really well because people relate to one thing or another. You either think the next gen is lazy and silly, or you think the older gen is way out of touch, crusty, whatever, right? You align yourself with one and you poke fun at the other. And another factor is people want to know why previous generations see them so different than they see themselves. A great example of that right now is the Gen Z stare trend. And this is something that's getting so much traction online. And essentially what it is, it's a neutral expression.
Oh yeah, we came full circle.
Experts link
I
it
know.
perhaps maybe screen-based communication and shifting norms. But in my opinion, it seems like Gen Z is just having a really tough time hiding how dumb they think someone sounds, or how annoyed they think someone sounds, or confused they are, or whatever it is.
That's literally what he's trying to say, is they're having a hard time masking how dumb they think you are. When not only is that just an insane thing to say, period, but on top of it, they are in fact the idiot. In 99,000 out of 100 cases. It's just like...
So when they just stop and stare at you, they're basically saying, I can't say anything because you're being a complete moron, and anything I say insult you.
Yeah, they're effectively calling you a fucking retard without saying it. And that's why I feel like they need to be punched right. I swear, if I dare one of these little bitches to try and stare at me like that. Oh my God. I will probably just scream in their face and be like, yo, you want to stare at me like that? I think it'd be fun. I dare a Gen Z to come up to me and try that shit.
Right? And why is that? Why are they just so out in the open with what they're thinking visually? From an older perspective, it just reads as disrespect when you just blankly stare at somebody. It's like, don't do that, right? Many grew up in workplaces where eye contact, facial expressions, and verbal confirmation were expected and honestly sometimes demanded. And if a younger employee doesn't mirror that, or worse, they just stare at them blankly like they're insane.
So people have been around for so many, who knows how long people have existed at this point. But we have evolved
at least a few thousand years.
Much longer than the 10 years that the fucking Gen Z have been around. And they want to just be like, first off, people look at each other and can see a lot of things by looking at someone's face. And they're just like, oh, we don't need the blah, blah, just a screen, da, 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 blah, blah. Like, no, that's not how it works. Like, people are wired to look at each other and to hear each other talk. And you can't just expect all of a sudden, because you're a retard and can't do that, like thousands of years of evolutionary adaptation is just, we don't need it. Like, it's just, oh my God, they can't. The fundamentals, the starting point is just so far off that it's just, how can we go anywhere productive from here?
Insane. It's taken as a challenge or a lack of effort, whether that's fair or not. It certainly makes the relationship a lot different. The third reason, and honestly, this might be one thing that boomers have right, is that Gen Z is just not that great at communication. Or is that total nonsense? Gen Z's communication style is one of the most misunderstood aspects in today's workplace. And the truth is, honestly, it's a lot more nuanced than they're just bad at talking or they can't hold a conversation. This will surprise literally nobody, but Gen Z, believe it or not, really excels in digital communication and is by far the most adept generation at communicating.
No, they're not.
It's not even close. A Canadian survey found that 57% say remote work actually improved their writing skills, far, far, far outpacing.
Wait, what was that?
He said writing skills, which I don't even know what he's talking about, but he's trying to say Canadians are more productive working at home compared to on site, which frankly, I feel like this is flat out not true. And from both the employee and employer perspective, I have, some experience on this, and I can say without a doubt, 100% not going to the office is not as productive, is not as productive. Going to the office is way more productive. Now,
doesn't it matter on what the job is?
To an extent, but I think there's a balance where you don't need to be in the office every single day most of the time, but not having to go into the office at all No.
No,
That is the
no.
least productive.
Not going to the office at all is bad. It's
Mm-hmm.
that is actually bad. I agree. I strongly support hybrid work if you have the right kind of work for it. Obviously, you can't work hybrid if you're working in a factory, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But,
that
you
becomes
know.
a little bit challenging.
If you're a coder, you certainly can, because it's more about
Welcome.
your project load. I mean, if you're not doing
Hairstyle
your work, it's
one.
obvious.
Why is it bad? Why is full-time work from home bad?
Full-time work from home is bad because you're disconnected from your employer and your other coworkers, and you can't get the same connection. I don't mean a social relationship, but a business relationship. You still need that to work well as a team. You need that relationship you can only get in person.
Yeah.
So you have to understand the people you're communicating with and understand, this person only reads the first line of my emails. But I can talk to him about, now I understand, because he's always in a hurry and, flustered, but I wouldn't have known that unless I had seen him in action, kind of a thing. That's just one example. Overall, it's bad. And I agree with that.
And some things are just easier to do in person than on, just full stop.
Yeah.
Some things are just easier. And
Some things
even
are.
collaboration. Like, we have collaboration tools for coding where we can be in each other's files, editing things, but that sometimes still is not as good as physically sitting next to each other.
Yeah, it's not really about, for me, I don't think it's about efficiency. It's about, it is and it isn't. It's not efficiency. It's like your daily work. It's the overall efficiency of the company that suffers when people exclusively work from home.
Yeah. I think a hybrid
Even if
is
you
very
as an individual
healthy.
might do very well, we're saying is there's pretty much a guarantee that 90% of your coworkers are not working as well as they would from home as they would from the office on a regular basis and long term. A few weeks, no big deal, right?
Sort of baseline.
Several months, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things. Yeah, I don't know. There's too many things. There needs to be some amount of in the office time. Right now, my company's all work from home, and I know for a fact we would get more done if we were in the office and we had proper setup. 100% guaranteed, no question asked. Now,
yeah, having the right atmosphere also makes a huge difference. I've worked in places that were like the work environment was awful, and that is definitely not good for the overall work efficiency of your company. So that matters. But you also can't be too comfortable like they do at the Googles, where everyone just spends all their time eating snacks.
Yeah, and that's the problem too. Once a company gets too big, it's extremely easy to hide. And
yeah,
you're part of the crowd. People don't really know what's going on. You kind of float around, kind of get stuff done a little bit here and there. But 100%, I've seen it. I've been a leader of teams, part of teams, in the corporate structure, own my own company, all the things. I've seen it. I know 100% it happens, and it's especially easier to do with work from home. And being in the office now, you got to look at someone and be accountable, and they can see how do you work and what is your actual productivity and what does something what does it look like to pair with you and actually accomplish something. Now, I think there's probably some jobs, if you're a support person, or you a call center person or something, well, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Is there a benefit of going to the office? I don't know. Do you ever collaborate with coworkers? I'm not sure, but in anywhere that's an engineering or collaborative, there has to be some level of in-office. And then he's going to try and say, people commuting 2 to 3 hours a day. What are you talking about, commuting 2 to 3 hours?
I'd say the same counts for any sales-oriented business, and most businesses are at least in part sales-oriented. So, just saying.
And they're fluent in visual platforms and short-form messaging, multi-channel conversations. They are whizzes with communication on the digital front. They also place a high value on empathy and emotional intelligence, with many actively seeking to build soft skills, according to Deloitte. But face-to-face communication is where the gap becomes factually visible.
How are you going to build soft skills?
What did you say?
They're prioritizing building soft skills, but they don't want to come into the office. How are you going to learn how to talk to people if you never have to talk to people? How are you going to learn how to stand up in front of a team of people and lead a meeting if you've never had to stand up in front of a team of people and lead a meeting?
Yeah.
How are you going to learn how to
That's a big
go
one.
to a business
Talking in front of even a small group of
them?
people. It's hard. Can be hard.
Hope you're having a great Saturday as well. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us today.
And that's where employers are honestly having the toughest time with Gen Z. A Forbes survey found that 24% of Gen Z respondents said their verbal skills have worsened due.
They are. They can't talk for shit. They don't know how to communicate with people. They don't. I tried to explain to my nephew, like, you need to talk confidently, and you can't be going all over the place getting squirrely about this and that and emotional and I feel this and that and whatever. Nobody wants to hear that. Be a man, be a leader, say it confidently.
I'm not your mommy. I don't care how you feel.
And accept if you're wrong that you can change your position and whatever, move on. I don't know. It's like not that complicated, really.
Due to remote learning and working compared to just 5%.
And don't make excuses.
In the office, this shows up in subtle but jarring ways. One example, again, is the Gen Z stare. I mean, it is a real thing. It's been interpreted by older coworkers as maybe rude, disengaged, passive-aggressive. It's less about attitude and more about the unfamiliarity with nonverbal workplace norms that weren't maybe learned in Zoom classrooms or something.
It's because they're not familiar with workplace norms. No, it's because they're entitled and they've been told everything they do is fine, including act like little retards. You say that, but you have an emotional meltdown if someone threatened to take your guns. Would I? I mean, I might because I'm a very dramatic person. I think
you are a bit dramatic.
Yes. There might be some screaming and something. I might even stroke out. I don't know, but it's possible. But I'm not sure if you could please relate that to something. Like, how did we land on that?
Something like that. I mean, it really is sort of a weirdness that boomers and older generations seem to feel. And, I don't think they're totally off base. And it's not a stretch to say that some Gen Zs are certainly not as great communicators in person as generations of the past. The thing is, the corporate of old was expected to speak up in meetings, to make phone calls, to project, to be great presenters. That is how a lot of business is done, is being front-facing, confident, all those kinds of things. They had no choice but to develop these muscles if they wanted to move up the corporate ladder. So perhaps when they see a younger coworker send a Slack message to somebody that's a 10-second walk away or on the other side of the building where they could just go have a quick conversation and they'd rather avoid that confrontation or that chat, it does seem a little foreign to them. The less you use something, the less it gets developed.
And even that, okay, you want to avoid that conversation, that's fine. But then don't say you want to build soft skills because you just literally avoided the chance to build that soft skill. You literally avoided the chance to do the thing that you wanted to do, supposedly. I don't understand. What am I missing here?
Developed. And honestly, the foundational years of 2020, 21, and 22 are showing that some of Gen Z skills have atrophied when they should have been developing the most. The fourth reason why employers are struggling is honestly, Gen Z just doesn't really put up with a lot of stuff. They have a much higher...
Oh my God, and this, we're going to jump into this, but Medieval says face-to-face communication is an art that's being lost. It is true. And her son uses the "I'm offended," and I tell him to get over it. I applaud you, Medieval. Thank you. Now, this is the other thing. So he's about to say they get like their tolerance is low for things, and we're going to hear what this means.
Higher standard for their employers, and they are significantly less tolerant of perceived injustices against them or to those around them. In some, they don't put up with the same BS that previous generations had to stomach, and they're not afraid to walk away from something if the expectations are not met.
So all of this, okay, this is the climax. This is the climax right here. I appreciate everyone for sticking around. We've been going at this. We've been edging around for over an hour at this point, and we're about to hit the climax. They are willing to walk away from whatever they feel like if it doesn't meet their like weird ideological strange, like it has to be like this or else. But then they want to complain they have no money and that everything's expensive and they can't afford to live. Well, guess what? You get one or the other. I don't understand. You either put up with the shit until you can get to the point where you don't have to anymore, or you don't, and you don't get anywhere. I don't. What is the alternative path? What am I missing? I know, what a travesty. I agree. I don't understand. Tell me what are you what employee rights are being violated in this covenant? I am so shocked by this. I don't understand what is being violated.
In fact, another Deloitte study found that the vast majority of Gen Z respondents said they would reject a job if the employer's values did not align with their own. And honestly, this is not just talk. I mean, this generation has led unionization efforts at companies like Amazon, Starbucks, and Google, pushing them for better pay, safety, and flexibility. Have they been very successful at that? Maybe.
I start getting into like corporate political leanings, I gotta give you a lot of these corporations gave into that BS, but making money has absolutely nothing to do with political leanings unless it's about making more money. So that's just kind of weird.
I can't.
Like, do you really trust the company is actually about the things they care about?
And frankly,
or are they just saying those things to placate you in order to get you to do the job that they want to pay you for?
So that people will buy your product because you're touting the right message.
So they can make more money. Because even nonprofits have to make money. Like, even that's through donations or whatever. They're still making money, to a degree. What they do with that money, that's where the nonprofit versus profit comes in, but they still have to make the money, right? It's got to come in. I don't know. I mean, personally, I think businesses, like any business, has no business like spouting political allegiances unless their business is politics.
I think
that's all.
It doesn't work. Like, what they're doing isn't working, and they just keep doubling and tripling and quadrupling down on things that are not working. And to no benefit of their own, to no benefit of the company, to no benefit literally to anyone. There's literally no benefit anywhere inside. I'd say it's different in UK. Most employers here are way more chill. I feel like this is all very American. Gen Z ignores the rest of the world. I'm 20, and me and all my friends work full-time and don't care. I'm not sure when you joined us, but we also...
About anything, or don't care about what Gen Z is talking about? I would just like a clarification on that. But I do, I understand, it's way more laid back in Europe in general, not even just the UK. I didn't know that about the UK. But my understanding is in Europe in general, you can make a living wage being a waitress in Europe. They get paid well enough that it's not a concern. They just make it work there. Whereas here, greed has a big thing to do with the way things work here. And over time, unfortunately, greed has kind of won out in a lot of ways in the United States. But we also
companies
work really
are responsible
hard
to make money. That's their goal. They have to make money.
Yeah, and that's kind of the whole thing behind capitalism. But there is historically a problem with corporate level greed and taking advantage of workers. So there's a balance that needs to be found. Yeah. And it seems like Gen Z is trying to way to the
I think they're also trying to equate things that are not equatable.
Right.
Like
also true.
Job conditions in the 1900s were different than they are now. And you could say whatever
you really
want
can't
and
compare
blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right. It's like the things that people were fighting for in the day were literally people are dying from this all the fucking time. And they're it's just frankly unsafe, period, full stop, and all these things. And now they're like, oh, I gotta do this or that. I think there are still things that happen, like Amazon, drivers having to piss in bottles and crazy shit like that. Yeah, there should be zero tolerance or room anywhere for anything like that. 100 million billion %. Absolutely no fucking way. But
no, I agree with Stuart Smallmouse there with the people here having serving jobs shouldn't have to rely on tips. I agree to a degree. I mean, like in Europe, they get paid a good wage, and tips are just on top of their service, which I think is how it should be.
Like reject it. Like they don't.
Here we've become
it's like insulting.
The last 10 years or so, in particular, in the United States, COVID really pushed it over. We've become this tipping culture. Everyone gets like a 20% tip for doing very little.
For doing their job because the employer's not paying.
But now it's to the point where you're starting to think, where are these people even getting paid if I don't tip them? And then it's like, well, then what the hell am I paying?
Yeah,
you know, like this $10 delivery fee. If are they only getting paid half of that to deliver my groceries to me and like do my grocery shopping for me? Like that's not worth it. Why would they do it? I don't understand. Like, but then I understand when I see, they recommend I tip them a 20% automatic tip just for doing it. I'm like, well, that's not a $10 fee now, is it? It's a $10 plus, 20%. So really, who's getting this going, and why am I tipping everyone just for smiling? So it's like,
although, I mean, honestly, like he was saying he was asked to tip at Dunkin' Donuts. Like, I wouldn't tip there, but I'm thinking, well, if I use my card, I probably would, because they put the fucking tip thing in there, and it's like,
yeah, sometimes
if I'm paying
it's automatic.
cash, I wouldn't, but yeah, like with a card, I mean, normally they just have a step. Do you want to leave a tip? Like, instead of, like with cash, it's just like, okay, you walk away, but now you got to like actually push the no button, and it's like, oh my God, like, so I'm just always like, well, whatever, fucking, whatever the minimum thing on there is, fucking, or whatever, but it's, at least I'm in a position where it doesn't really fucking matter for me, but I can imagine a lot of people, it's like, it just doesn't feel good. And why
it doesn't feel good. It's also like you're taking advantage of the consumer. It's like, what the hell?
We got a sadist in here. He loves pushing the no button, just shattering all their dreams. So fuck you.
Tip 0.
Yeah, exactly. It's on the iPad. When you check out, it's just like, hey, do you want to leave 20, 30, or 50% tip? Like, what are you talking about? Who the fuck is hitting 50%? You're just hoping someone hit it on accident. This is malicious. This is malice, right? You're hoping Granny can't see and she hits it on accident, and you're just like, ha ha. I get to have Cheetos tonight.
50%? I thought it said $5.
I know, sweet little grandma just got swindled by your broken ass.
Maybe not, but they're not afraid to challenge the system, even if it costs them job security. They're driving changes in what workers expect from their employers and what they'll no longer tolerate. This is also a generation that's hyper aware of injustice, and being raised on social media, they've seen a lot of nasty stuff.
You've seen a lot of brainwashing doo-doo. That's the problem. You think you know what's going on, but you've just seen a bunch of propaganda from whichever side you want to believe in. You just are getting indoctrinated all day long. And one side, maybe, I'm going to say, is maybe a little more based in reality than the other, but who knows? Anyway, that was the climax. The whole thing is they're willing to walk the F away from whatever they feel like injustice ass, blah, 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 to the point of their own obliteration. But then they'll complain
if I had
about
felt that way, especially in my 20s, I would never have been able to feed myself, and I would have starved to death.
Yeah, we would have just died.
And begging for people to give me food.
Hell no, zero chance I'm begging somebody.
Exactly.
Nerp. All right, so that about wraps up the Gen Z segment of today's thing. Let's just take a moment to reflect on all the fun we've had at the expense of our youth.
Thank you, Gen Z. We love you for giving us... Well, because I don't know what we were talking about.
Gen Z stare. Awkward behaviors. I don't know. TikTok dancing.
Nihilistic worldview.
All right, now we get to move on to my other favorite segment.
Oh, those pesky trends, they're everywhere.
The Transformer Hour. I gotta grab another drink.
We get to move to the Trans Hour. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Just a reminder, this Team Venture RedNex News Weekend Recap Edition. We are super excited to be here with you. We've got Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS covering all the most important topics going on. I think we just lost someone to the trans news. Some people can't handle trans news. I don't know. Yeah, apparently,
isn't she lovely?
I got a transgender friend, so I can't promise I'm going to agree with this part.
Does that say?
No worries. Inspire and empower.
Inspire?
Mm-hmm. Empower.
Oh, and empower.
It's they're named inspiration and empowering.
Oh,
I don't know.
She named
Just
her
saying
boobies.
it could be.
Gotcha.
Just it could be. I don't know. Did you know that transgender individuals face significant challenges while exercising in public? Let's find out.
Significant challenges.
This looks very challenging.
My balls swing around when I run too. It ain't a big deal.
Yeah,
I don't understand. What challenge are you facing? You took a TikTok of you running around a neighborhood smiling.
Yeah, I believe there's a lot of people, I believe they're called women, who have had this problem. You could consult with them.
Consult with them.
And see how they solve the problem. I believe there's something called a sports bra that comes to mind.
They're wearing one. I think that's what this is.
Then they need a tighter one, or I don't know.
Oh, I guess that's the challenge.
I mean, this help
you're
this
saying
lady
that's the challenge? The challenge
ladies
is the
need to help
boobs move
ladies.
too much? Oh my God. I thought he was talking about, or whoever was talking about being trans was the challenge. He's talking about his boobs?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The thing I find is like, but they make it their entire personality. Like sometimes you can't tell, so just stop shoving in people's faces. I know it doesn't have to be the center of every single thing about you. It really doesn't. And everything doesn't have to revolve around it. And a lot of people just don't care. And they don't want to be involved with it. They just literally don't care, don't want to know.
Just do your thing.
Do your
in your little corner, and I don't really care. Just
and don't bring
shove
it
in my
up.
face.
Yeah, just nobody wants to talk about it nonstop. Why is that the only there's nothing else about you that's interesting? All right, so now I understand. We're just gonna move on.
Excuse me.
I'm glad I understand. Thank you for clarifying what the actual problem was. I was misunderstanding, so I appreciate you, Freaky. All right, now apparently
That's
this
why I'm
family
here.
from Texas
Apparently
is fleeing.
They're
the United
Where are they going to
States
go?
Because the anti-trans laws. Because apparently in Texas now, if you like support your trans, I don't know, something like if you're supportive of your trans kids, it's like child abuse.
Okay.
Which I don't know. I might, maybe, I don't know. I would consider that maybe okay. I'm not fully committed one way or another, but I am maybe okay with it.
Pardon me.
Liz is a lot of things.
She steals my clothes more than I steal hers. No, I don't.
That is so not true.
A sister, daughter, friend, and she's trans in Texas, a state that's one of the most restrictive in the country.
She's trans and
Trans in
every day.
Texas. Sounds like the opening of a sitcom.
It does.
I love being here, and I love my friends, and despite everything that's wrong with our state, I love it here.
So why are you leaving?
Because it's no longer safe for us.
Already crying.
Not just Texas, but America.
It was a buildup. We decided as a family that the onslaught that we knew was coming with this administration was going to make an environment far too unsafe for our family to stay here.
Where are you going?
We're not sharing where we're going because my kids deserve a fresh start. We deserve safety. The majority of people don't have the means to up and leave. And this is why we need allies to step up.
When Texas considered a bathroom bill in 2017, Libby, then just 7 years old, testified in Austin.
I'm 7 years old and I am transgender.
As Libby's gotten older, Texas has passed other restrictions.
Testified at 7 on what? That she's transgender? Why was that even like important to know? Like, I don't even understand. And yes, this person maybe is one of the most passable that I've seen. But except for the fact that they're like so extreme with their outfit and the neck thing. Otherwise, yeah. And why is it always gotta be like, even when they're not trying to be like necessarily like crazy about it, it's always loud. You got the crazy makeup, you got kind of the jewelry, you got like a kind of really in-depth kind of thing going on with your outfit. Like, I don't know. Most people, I mean, yeah, occasionally will dress like this for like a party. Is your whole life is just a party? I don't know.
In 2022, Governor Greg Abbott instructed the state's child welfare agency to investigate parents and doctors who provide gender-affirming care for trans youth, equating it to child abuse. That's temporarily blocked now by a court injunction.
If that moves, my husband and I will be criminalized for supporting our daughter and making the very best parenting decisions that we possibly can. How can we stay here knowing that that's a potential?
In the wake of their departure, the very bathroom bill that sparked Livy's activism in the first place is back in front of lawmakers.
It's just really annoying to see how all of my entire
I feel like it's, I don't know. I'm like 50-50, honestly, but to some extent, I'm glad because it'll kind of push all of them to somewhere that wants them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should live where things are reflective of how you want to live. And if the people there aren't that way, maybe you should go somewhere that is.
Yeah, that's a good point. Right.
I don't know. Like,
and there are a lot of places in the United States that are very open to that.
And that's the thing. We have a United States. There's a lot of places you can go choose to live.
But I mean, they celebrate it. So
yeah, exactly.
So there, I mean, it's not like they don't exist. They might be really free and expensive to live there, but you know, I guess they go hand in hand for some reason.
I mean, if that's the most important thing in your life.
Other countries, I don't know of many other countries except maybe France that would actually be better than the United States. Oh, Canada or France. That's really the only two I can think of. I can think of a number of countries that would be extremely bad to go to if you're trans, openly trans.
Yeah, there's plenty of worse places, that's for sure.
That's why I mean, I think they maybe haven't really thought this through. Or they're saying they're leaving the United States, but they're not actually leaving, but they make you think they are. And they're really just going to like Nebraska or like, you know, Oregon or something.
Yeah, and I think that's probably what these people are doing. But
yeah,
the other part of this that I really
what's going to happen here
is people,
or they go to Canada.
My childhood. Who the fuck? Like, so many people have had a rough childhood. When?
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying like it's not tragic, but come on. Like, you can't make that your life. You can't make that your life. You can't say everything is just because my childhood sucked. Like, okay, you can let that determine your entire future and just let it just ruin everything about you forever, or you can just move on. I don't know. Like, reality kicks in at some point, but not for these people.
Their own island.
Transatlantic island.
Like what we did
oh
with
my
Australia.
God. I love it. I couldn't tell if I loved you or hated you at first, but I love you so much right now.
Boats and stuff. They have their own boats.
Yeah, they can be transformer boats. All right. Unfortunately, this crazy shit happened. And yes, I know it's not like all reflective of every single trans person ever, but this person happened to be trans as well. And yes, the media maybe is making more out of it than it needs to be, but this person was crazy and trans, and they kind of go together, I would say, relatively.
Was this the Minnesota shooting?
This is, yes, Minneapolis.
That's
and then there was a different one. There was another one. Yep, this one, Massachusetts. But we'll look at that in a second. Why is my
school board or every single Democrat out there? I mean, from the local school board or city council Democrat to people who've run for president, top to bottom. And every one of you mainstream lying media pieces of trash that acts like a journalist who have been spouting the hate against Trump supporters, against Jews, against Christians, telling people they can change their gender, you have blood on your hands today. Once again, you caused this boy to think he's a girl, to pick up a gun and go kill innocent people. It's not the gun's fault. It's not America's fault. It's sure as hell not Trump's fault. It's yours. You've created these young, confused monsters. You have convinced hundreds of thousands, if not a few million, unfortunately, of young people in this country they can magically change their gender. They can become a woman overnight if they're a man, despite having the chromosomes that prove they're a boy. Not to mention, this individual who opened fire in Minnesota today had a constant stream of hate and propaganda.
Oh, that's the worst part, is he put this shit online ahead of time. And I don't know, like, I feel like with social media, like, how does this not somehow get back to someone relevant? Like, I feel like how does or I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe he just had like, I mean, yeah, maybe he had no followers and literally no one ever saw it. That could be. Like, that's a very reasonable explanation, actually. But assuming anyone saw this, like, what the fuck? And how does it not get back to someone who matters? So anyway, this person, like, apparently barricaded the doors on a church and started shooting. It's Russian.
Some of that is Russian.
Yeah. And was like shooting into the glass windows, and like, you know, a bunch of kids got hit. I think
something really, really close. Like,
I'm pretty sure it is Russian. And
I think it is Russian. It's the way he's handwriting it.
But all of these things, it's
Russian.
like,
okay.
You know, and then he had killed Donald Trump on the gun, and like, you know, this is for the kids, ha ha ha, like all this crazy shit. It's like, really? Like, what are you talking about? This is like, and then apparently the next day, this crazy person who, I don't know, anything in common between these
Well. It looks like we now have to reset the clock from 1 day to 0 days without somebody who identifies as the other gender taking someone's life. I mean, at this point, something seriously needs to be done. Something seriously needs to be done about this. We have another incident in Massachusetts just a day after. So it was literally 1 day. It was literally the meme. 1 day after what happened. Somebody who, let's see what they have to say.
So right now I want to talk about my experience as a trans woman.
It's funny that you say you're a trans woman because you have a beard. Like, you're not even trying. Like, legitimately, you're not even trying. Like, bro, you're not even trying. You're not trying at all.
Going to the spa. I'm not going to mention the specific.
Yeah, exactly. So this trans person went to the spa wearing these hoops and half beard shadow. And the lady asked, is he a man or a woman? And he's like, a woman. So she let him go to the female changing room, and that made him feel good. That's the moral of the story he's about to tell. I'm not even going to let him tell it because it goes on for a long time to say that kind of bullshit.
Okay.
And
thank you for paraphrasing it.
Effectively, he felt like that was like, you know, some sort of reaffirmation and like made him feel like,
right?
Validation of his being a woman. And so apparently this person also likes to spray paint graffiti, and this is their own house. So it says Free Congo, GLM, BLM, Free Palestine, of course, a TikTok account, you know, his name, which is kind of crazy. Free Little Rock or something like that. I don't know. And
okay.
So this person was graffitiing on a bridge, and a 57-year-old man on his way home from dropping his son off at school, walking home, but videoed this person doing that, and he shot him and killed him.
Fuck.
So yeah, apparently, you know, this is the reality disconnect. Like, where did, like, okay, man records me. A. B. I am upset about it. C. I shoot and kill man. Okay. D. What happens now? Okay, maybe I shouldn't do C. You know what I mean? At what point do we say, you know what I'm like, where does our brain do a double check and be like, wait a minute, C is kind of problematic and we might actually not want to do that one. Like, and the problem is, again, one of these people got told some fantasy land creation that they wanted to believe and got sold on it and feel like, oh, I guess the world just works on however which way I feel like it works today. You kill a man, and now, like, okay, what did you think the next step was going to be? I don't know. It's like I can't either. I literally cannot even fathom.
I mean, I expected. I mean, I don't know. In this particular case, though, I think this was just a crazy who murdered someone, and the fact that they happen to be trans is just kind of they also were trans, but that just kind of does lead into the fact that in the beginning they were a crazy person. And yes, and people gave into their so yeah, you're right. Okay, now I see your connection. Yeah, I'm validated as a crazy, and now it's okay for me to continue to be a crazy person. And shooting someone's apparently okay for them. And yeah, I don't think they thought of the actual consequences. They just thought of themselves.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what
not a very good way either, right? Because I mean, if you were really thinking about yourself, maybe you would have done it just because you don't want to go to jail for the rest of your life. But hey,
well, and this is why we got to be able to at least have a critical conversation. Like, are you actually trans? Are you just a crazy person? Do you need to be locked up? Like, are you just like some people think they're Benjamin Franklin? Like, are they Benjamin Franklin?
Used to be a lot easier
out of the grave. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? At what point do you say, okay, well, we need to sit down and have a discussion about this because, in fact, it's not just, oh, phobia this, phobia that. It's like legitimately there's a public safety risk. Like, not even like, it's funny to say it, but it's like, this is legitimate. This is like literally these, you're just, and you're telling the crazy people not only that it's okay to be crazy. Like, I don't understand. How do we get here?
Oh, those pesky trends, they're everywhere.
Oh my God. It's just insanity. I can't. I'm going to have to take 1 second and I need to get some more water or I'm going to literally die. So
I also need to get some more water. Play us some music.
Trans folks walking down the street. Rich folks say they're indiscreet. Blame it all on rainbow hair while they hoard their millionaire lair. Oh, those pesky trans, they're everywhere, stealing rights that weren't even there. Rich folks point and cry in fear. Look at them, not our offshore shares. Mansions, yachts, and private jets. Trans people are the threats. Climate change, it's not our fault. It's those pronouns that we must halt. But they
oh my God, yes, we need to halt that shit. Oh my God, I'm glad we finally have some sort of I mean, it was literally going completely off the rails. Like, we maybe barely caught it in time. I don't know. I still am not sure, but
I think it's a post. I think we just postponed
only.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I do believe that Jesus is coming again. I believe in the next 10
He's
years.
coming soon. The AI is going to summon him.
Because, yeah, I mean, the AI will basically start taking over. And I think he has like 3.5 years of having good times. And then Jesus comes back.
Yep, he's going to kick the AI boss over.
And then,
out.
Jesus doesn't lose. So,
Yep. All right. Medieval Mom says crazy. Self-absorbed has been normalized. It has, and not by all of us, but mainly the younger generation. And exactly, they want to talk about, they want to like idolize like incompetent failureism, like, or like I don't know exactly how to phrase it, but it's like they can't celebrate success because they literally don't try hard enough to be successful. And honestly, the system is to an extent rigged against them because parents didn't know going in that giving the kid a screen all day on Cocomelon was going to rot his brain out. But now they do know that.
My mom yelled at me all the time that the TV would rot my brain, and standing too close to the microwave would make me sterile.
Cocomelon is 1 second clips of high-paced insanity, like just bombarding your brain. Like the problem is like, yes, sitting and watching TV all the time, probably not great for you. But like imagine doom scrolling shorts like,
oh, it's horrible.
Your entire childhood. You know what I'm saying?
That would be horrible. Yeah, then I would expect to be an idiot.
Yeah, and that's the problem. That like, and so parents.
If that was my childhood, people did that on purpose. Like they gave it to their kids to shut them up. Like that was their solution.
Just like TV kind of was for us, but the problem is the TV wasn't ultra high, fast paced.
Right. It was.
You still had,
and
Leave It to Beaver, wholesome fucking story, whatever.
30-minute show. Yeah, it was a 30-minute show or a 40-minute or an
some
hour
sort
show.
of consistent. Even the cartoons, like you had Sesame Street, The Count, one,
and it had a ongoing
it's
story.
fucking slow.
Too, right?
It's slow as shit. The kids can't handle high pace, just constant bombardment.
I thought Dragon Ball Z was kind of like that though, like high pace, like 15 seconds of new content and then 20 minutes of recapping and a bunch of commercials.
Yeah, I agree. I got lucky too, and I got especially lucky because when I was younger, I just worked. I was unplugged. Even though I work in technology, I never get into YouTube. I never got onto social media. I never got into any of it. And then only recently I started to, and I'm like, holy crap. Now I understand like why this is so bad. And like, I was not part of it for so long that I avoided it and like was working on other things. But I'm like, holy crap. I could see how this completely ruins people's lives. And you can't even like necessarily recognize that it's happening and like fix it because now
there's also a level of subconscious depression that comes with especially these days with constantly looking at other people and thinking they have
seeming
it better.
Successful. Yeah, exactly.
Right. And there's a strong,
how much of that's lies?
There's always humans have a what is it? It's the better. It's always having to have what other people have, like
coveting,
like being better than the Joneses or something like that. I think is the term. And it's like if they have a color TV, in order to appear successful or to believe in myself successful or whatever it is. But now you see all these people that have all these wonderful lives don't have that kind of life. You're like. Like, either you think you deserve it or you expect it to happen to you, like for some reason, without working for it, or like it would just depress you. I think.
I know, without working
for it,
and
I'll never
spend
have that
some of that time
for some reason
figuring out how to be valuable. Spend some of that time you're sitting, or if you are doom scrolling, at least watch something that's like potentially gonna help you. Like, how do you manage your IRA? Number one, the single most important thing you will ever learn in your life that nobody will ever teach you. How about you spend even a half hour a day on that and master it over the course of a couple, weeks or months or however fast you need to go, but at least cut some of that time that you're anyway spending into something that could potentially benefit you, or like start creating, like figure it out, like you hustle. I don't know, like you got a 14-year-old playing 8-year-old playing Minecraft making $40,000 a month. Okay, you're gonna tell me there's no opportunity, you fucking retard? Like, really? Okay. You just haven't figured it out yet. I mean, an 8-year-old did. Jeez. All right, so that's a trans hour. For UK, our taxes are taken directly from paycheck. We don't have to figure out is great. I mean, it'd be nice to, they do that in the US. You can have your taxes taken out, but the problem is, like, maybe you have some weird tax situation and you got, you have to do adjustments or claim this or that or like whatever. Like the US tax code is so complicated.
Yeah, the tax code here is purposefully complicated. Yeah. It was lobbied by H&R Block back in the day, heavily lobbied to keep it complicated. And I'm not kidding. H&R Block did it specifically, and they put a lot of money and effort into it, and they won to keep it complicated so that they would have a reason for people to hire them and pay someone else to do their taxes. So it's kind of built into the system. It's kind of built into our system.
We're going to have a conspiracy section or something and do deep dives on these things. We're gonna be adding segments to our show, people.
I don't think it's a conspiracy because it's true, but I could be wrong, and it could be.
Well,
I think
let's say
I heard it from a very reliable source.
Then.
It's conspiracy-esque. Okay, that's fair.
All right, so I don't know if you guys saw this or if it happened too quick that it got in and out before you saw it, a little in and out. If you say surprise, it's fine. But apparently, Cracker Barrel decided to change their logo for some reason, and this woke lady
I heard this thing happened all real fast too.
Yep, and she said it was great. Oh, yep, I appreciate you joining us, Stuart, and look forward to if you joining us again. We do this every Saturday. Have a great weekend.
And they made their logo looks like a Band-Aid.
Oh my god!
Their new logo looked like
their new logo was just like so boring.
Their new one was like their name, and it had a background that I swear it looked like a Band-Aid.
Jesus, there's no intelligent life down here. Have them learn how to balance a checkbook or go back to basics. I mean, even not like a budget. Like number one, budget. What do you spend every month? Okay. How much do you make every month? Okay. How much can you spend on bullshit that you don't need? And how much are you spending that maybe you shouldn't be? You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty simple. When's the game? Tonight, 7:30? 7:30.
What are we playing tonight?
Are you gonna play? If you're joining, we'll play
the
7
Vampire
days.
Game
Otherwise,
or 7
we're probably
days?
gonna play Redfall.
Yeah, that's the Vampire Game.
Let's see. So let's see. This is a fake ad, but I think it is representative of exactly what happened.
We are going one step further to ruin our brand. We are investing millions of dollars into replacing all of brown pegs in the peg game to bright, colorful pegs. Also, we're changing the rules. The white pegs are not allowed to move or jump anymore, leaving the colored pegs to do whatever they want. We call it Down with the Cracker. It's about being fair in an unfair world. Are you down with the cracker? That's why we are going one step further.
Oh my god. I don't even understand why. Like, what was so important about changing the logo? I don't understand. Oh, and apparently there's another series on Sky News Australia for The World's Gone Mad. So we have lefties losing it and The World's Gone Mad. I think we watched some of these actually.
I don't know. I gotta before you.
The difference in this crazy.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say, I think that the Cracker Barrel rebranding thing might actually be a genius marketing move in disguise.
No,
because
if it was, that would be genius.
Everyone's talking about it now. No one was talking about Cracker Barrel before that.
You'll
I'll be
see
honest,
in a second.
When is the
why it's
last
not.
time you went to a Cracker Barrel for food?
Dude,
I mean,
there's one right by the Tesla charger, and I'm like, I should stop in there. Like I look at it every time. I'm like, I should eat there. And then I heard this. I'm like, nope, I'm never gonna eat there again. And then they went back, and I'm like, oh, now I should maybe eat there again.
Right, but they went back. They did a 360 or 180 real fast.
You'll see that this was not their intention. You'll see soon.
No,
so he covers this as
it was their intention. It was kind of a joke.
World we live in, on one side of your screen you will observe a peculiar, malfunctioning, stumbling robot, and on the other side of your screen there's a piece of sophisticated Chinese military cyber hardware. Still, it could be worse. We could have had President Kamala Harris. Remember the nonsense?
Which one's which?
Donald Trump intends to use the United States military against American citizens who simply disagree with him.
Yes. Meanwhile, the man who wanted to be Kamala's vice president is also...
I know. Well, I mean, to an extent... I mean, it's not completely true, but it kind of is true. I mean, we just sent the National Guard into D.C. to quell the people. And, I mean, we had to, like, fix L.A. and all these places. I mean, we are using the military to do things, but
yeah,
I think it's all appropriate still.
Still floundering around in a fog of Trump derangement syndrome.
You go once a month to the Cracker Barrel? All right, welcome back, Sabrina. And yes,
once
they
a
did
month,
lose
that's
a lot.
kind of dedication.
That is. What do you get?
I've
there?
only
Do you
been to
eat the
Cracker
pancakes?
Barrel like 3 times in my life. I have to admit, it was always traveling.
Yeah. So, bam, like slammed down, and I was recovering. But yeah, like
They weren't doing too bad before this, though.
Yeah, they were going up, and then they decided they needed a new logo, and no,
Things are going great. Let's decide to completely see what happens.
Oh, you were a cook for that place? What's the secret to their pancakes? What are we talking about now? We're talking about Cracker Barrel logo, and just the world's gone mad. We just finished our trans section.
Mad.
So you missed all the trans news.
Think of how easy it would be to be a damn Republican. Oh, what should I wear today? This stupid freaking red hat. What should I say today? I don't know. Just make sure it's cruel. Who do we listen to? That guy. Oh, in the White House? Yeah, listen to him and that will be fine. Now
Oh, how does the Democrats work? Oh, you have to say exactly what the Democrats want, or you get on the no-fly list like Tulsi Gabbard, who was the presidential candidate for the Democrats until she decided that she wasn't going to say what they wanted her to say. Huh. Very strange. When have you seen that? I don't understand. That's very strange to me. I love country fried steak. Although I feel like I shouldn't eat it because I feel like that's gluttony right there. That's what we call some gluttony. But I do love that. And you get some biscuits and gravy to go on top of it, so it's just like more gravy on top of even more steak and biscuits. Water and pancake mix. Gotta let it rest for an hour. Okay. Rural Tennessee, not much out here. Got it. I was looking at buying a house in Tennessee, and it looked like all the houses were on stilts. Like all the roads were like super hilly, and the only way to have like a flat house was for it to be like on a platform. I don't know if that's true or not, but literally every single house I looked at was like that, and I was like, there seems to be a pattern here. And I don't know if that just means it's just hilly as heck, but it seems that maybe that's the case. Also use popcorn
Would probably
oil
also help in
on
the case of
pancakes?
flooding.
That's what I was thinking too, but I'm pretty sure it was just
The water
roads.
goes
All
under
the
your
roads
house
were all
instead of
crazy. So I don't know. Maybe
That's
we
hill-
can get
yeah.
some insight there, but popcorn oil. What is popcorn oil? Popcorn oil? Is that a thing? What am I learning right now? Popcorn oil.
So like a specific type of oil for making popcorn? Popcorn, salt, and oil. popping?
Butter flavored oil. No, we have 2 acres flatland. Ooh, I am trying to find a place that has some land. So my dogs can run around and I don't have to be around other people. And so when I'm screaming all day at news that the neighbors don't think I'm murdering people in the house, I just want to be left alone.
He's talking about burning flags. He's going to have flag burning or whatever. Because he knows there's a hell of a lot of flags with his picture on it that are going to get burned.
You lost.
What flags? What flags have Trump's picture on it? Trump flag. What do I not know here? Why have I not ever heard of this? What flag has his picture on it? This? These flags? I don't know. That's pretty sussy.
Tim. And anyway, Tim's not alone. Have a listen to this bloke, the governor of Chicago, J.B. Pritzker. And then full marks to the cameraman for his brilliant timing on his little camera move.
We're very pleased about the progress that we're making. I know that I live rent-free in the president's head, and I wish he would...
Think you have a Trump store?
Oh my God. I would love a Trump. I think I saw like a Trump like election center or something here at one point.
Do they have Trumpy bears?
Is there
for sale at the Trump store?
Damn it. I don't want to look on this computer, but see if
I wonder
there's
if
a
they
Trump
still
store
make Trumpy
nearby.
bears.
Spend some time and you can see what a lovely city we have.
Oh, did you see what this? Oh, I have to make sure everyone sees this. Do you see what this? Oh my God, this is hilarious. This Chicago mayor is talking shit about Trump and how awesome the city is, and the cameraman has the last laugh.
On his little camera move.
We're very pleased about the progress that we're making. I know that I live rent-free in the president's head, and I wish he would spend some time in Chicago so that you could see what a lovely city we have.
It looks right over to the Trump Plaza. Or the Trump named building, I should say, over here. Yeah, spend some time in Chicago to see how beautiful it is. Oh, Trump's big-ass name right... Where's your name? I don't see it anywhere. Do you see... Who's this guy even? Who the fuck is this guy? Trump, right there, in your face, overlooking your whole stupid city. Ah, makes me insane.
I think we all know who's living inside whose head, Governor. And speaking of Trump derangement syndrome, TDS, it's hard to go past these gals.
Trump is in the files. Trump is in the files. No matter what he says or does, Trump is in the files. The Epstein files. The Epstein files. Distraction action just won't work. Trump is in the files.
Trump is in.
How come this is the only thing these people can say?
Is this satire?
No, that was real. And the problem is, so sometimes these these live stream like news events happen, and I'll pop into the chat, and every stupid libtard retard, the only thing they can say, Epstein file, Epstein file, Epstein file. Where's the Epstein files? Where's the Epstein? Where was it for the last fucking 4 years? You stupid bitches! You weren't fucking saying shit. Oh, it makes me insane. Like on so many levels.
That's the one thing he said he would do that he hasn't. So that's the only thing they can actually complain about.
Exactly. That's the only thing. But it's like, how can all these unrelated things, that's the only thing that matters if we talk about, oh, clean up DC, oh, Epstein files.
Of all the things he's doing, that is definitely on the low end of the list of important things.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people put it way higher on the list. I really don't give a fuck, to be honest.
Whatever
it's not
happened has
happening
already
right
happened.
now.
The dude
yeah,
the
exactly.
dude supposedly killed himself. I mean, whatever. He's not answering any questions now. So any questions that need to be had, that any answers that exist can, I don't think they're time sensitive, right? But, the war in Ukraine, that's pretty time sensitive. People, high crime rates in our major.
I know.
These,
my God.
these
I know current
priorities
things that are actually killing people today.
Yeah.
Like don't matter because where's the Epstein files? Like
Yeah, I
literally,
mean, if anything, they should be like complaining about Gaza, right? Because that's still ongoing. I mean, it's not like what? Why is it? I don't know. Like, why is this what they're talking about? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't.
I don't know. It's crazy.
In the files, Trump is in the files. Brilliant. Music is, of course, an extremely powerful way of getting your political message across. US customs officials announced this week that they intend deporting alleged human trafficker Kilmar Garcia to Uganda. But thank goodness you've got determined, talented Democrats like these worthy protesters out there taking it to the streets and doing the heavy lifting to save Kilmar.
Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him from.
Terrific. Speaking of doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah, come to Minnesota, we only have trans shooters in Murderapolis. Yeah, exactly. That's what we were looking at earlier, like the trans shootings, and then it happened in, where was the other one? It was in Massachusetts.
In Massachusetts somewhere.
Yeah, Minneapolis and then Massachusetts. Like one day after the other, just trans people killing people. Huh. I don't know, man. It's crazy. And, like, because of weird ideology crap. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy. And then they'll say, oh, well, they're all men, so all men, whatever. It's like, yeah, well, I don't know. It's...
Here's the pampered and spoiled Democrats' communist candidate for mayor of New York, Zoran Mandami, showing what a strong man he really is.
Yeah, look at this. Let's go. Yeah. He's not even doing it. This guy's doing it. And that's not even a lot of weight. That's like nothing. That's literally like nothing. And he's not even doing it.
Yes, classic Marxist muscle training. Let everyone else do all the hard work for you. Speaking of hard work, this young lefty has some interesting modern thinking on the concept of work.
People shouldn't have.
I don't think it's spotting if you help them.
Yeah, if you do it, he's not even helping. He just did it. Like, he wasn't even doing it. He, like, literally, the guy was doing it. So this person, I don't know about you, but probably before they even say anything, I've really probably already discounted literally anything they're about to say as just likely to be psychosis. So I don't know how anyone else feels, but I'm just going to go out on a limb and just say, she got like the Joker, like the classical Joker tattoo, like, or wait, is this like a clown? I feel like this is like a Joker thing, right? With the eyes.
I'm guessing.
Before.
Have to work to prove their value to you. In fact, people shouldn't have to work. People should want to work, and I want to work.
Brilliant. Still, there's no shortage of ways in which the talented and creative lefty can express their chronic TDA.
Those are tattoos?
Fill up your husband's porno magazine.
My gosh.
And look at this crazy person, because Trump was on there.
No, I have that issue. That's actually a really good issue, by the way, guys.
Meanwhile, staff at Vanity Fair threatened to walk out, as has been suggested by the global editorial director.
And then look at this. Vanity Fair says half the staff will walk if they put Melania on the cover, even though she is like,
oh my gosh,
anyways, kind of like a iconic, like classy looking woman.
I need to
like
take that issue to DC and get it autographed by our president.
Oh my God, that would be cool.
That'd be freaking awesome.
Yeah, when we go, we'll have to do it. Well, maybe we can schedule an appointment with. I think we can buy a dinner with the president for $1 million. I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
But this is crazy. Or,
and stay with me now. We get super famous, and he invites us for free.
Oh, okay. Well, we can try that. We have 3.5 years to figure it out.
Okay, we can do it.
If the magazine puts Melania Trump on the front cover, they should be so lucky to have her. They might actually sell some copies to mainstream Americans. But not to Robert De Niro, obviously.
I just don't know. It's all an act in a certain way. It's all out of insecurity. He's deeply insecure. He is a malignant narcissist. He's a socio-psychopath.
But full marks to this amazing young Aussie girl who simply asks, why do all you American lefties hate Trump so much?
I have some questions. Why do you hate him so much still? I don't understand. Like, us in Australia, we're seeing what's going on over there, and we're so jealous of you guys for having such a great president like that. We really are. We would do anything to have him come over here, clean up our government.
I found my new best. This, in case the other woman is. Wait, did we realize she actually is? Yeah, I think we did. Fuck. You are my new soulmate since my other one is taken. Test dummy. Oh, is this
Oh, she's taken?
thing?
I'm sorry.
Hold on. Let me see. Test dummy. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's check it out. Test dummy 04. Doesn't seem to be the same, but I do like what I'm seeing. So we'll just, I guess, for now.
Having such a great president like that, we really are. We would do anything to have him come over here, clean up our government.
Couldn't have put it better myself. What a great chick. And interestingly, nearly 9 months into his presidency, it seems more and more Americans may be changing their minds about Donald Trump.
So President Trump has not even had control over Washington, D.C. for 30 days. And I have on my For You page video after video showing D.C., specifically Union Station, and how clean and safe it is.
Am I supposed to feel guilty?
Oh, how clean and safe it is. Very strange. The land of nope can hand that orange felon.
Just because I voted for Trump and he's doing what he said he's doing, he's kicking out all these illegals, he's standing on business, he's trying to get America great and back again.
As someone who used to despise Trump, as a former Democrat and a gay person, I used to think Trump was like one of the worst people on earth, if not the worst person on earth. But I can assure you that it's in your best interest, if you still hate the guy, to consider that maybe you've been misled.
Brilliant.
That maybe you should reconsider.
Meanwhile, let's go to this lefty CBS White House correspondent with her incredibly
Sabrina, you hate Trump? You're anti-Trumper?
Taylor Swift is engaged. Taylor Swift is engaged. Taylor Swift is engaged. Come back to me. She just posted it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, it's huge. The ring is ginormous. This is so exciting.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Was that live? Did she say, go come back to me?
This week from the States was the latest in the
What? Why do we care?
You'll recall last week I told you how the ultra-woke CEO of Cracker Barrel, which is a kind of southern restaurant store chain, had decided to decolonize the...
Yeah, I don't understand.
Decolonize.
I know. And it's not.
It looks like a Band-Aid. I don't understand.
I don't like that the border. I don't like it not having the. They could have at least left the border. I don't understand. I don't like it borderless. That is very bothersome to me. And they could have just made this the barrel. Add the barrel lines subtly.
Is that what that's supposed to be? A barrel? It's kind of a weird shaped barrel, but yeah, I guess if that was like a barrel, it would at least make a little bit more sense.
I mean,
I thought it was a weird shaped cracker, to be honest.
Cracker.
But I'm it's a cracker that's shaped like a
shape. I don't think
I assume cracker and cracker eat, not a white dude. Maybe that's why they got rid of the white dude, but Uncle Herschel or something, I think his name is.
Is that his? Oh yeah, I think you're right. I didn't know that.
I think
I wondered. I think
I only now know that because of all this craziness that's going on around Cracker. And to be honest, I mean, like I said, I've only eaten there a few, but I don't really remember food being all that great. What stood out was the atmosphere that you had when you
it was very distinct atmosphere.
It was distinct and it was unique. It's
and
not
they have
like
a claim that they have the best
that has
pancakes.
Stuff on their walls,
they
right?
self-claim that.
I didn't know that.
Self-claimed best pancakes.
So they potentially have good pancakes. And I think the thing that everyone kind of was like, oh, we're going to go to Cracker Barrel. We have to get I think it was their gravy, the gravy on their biscuits. Like people really liked it. But yeah, that's why I think this might be secretly a plan. I don't think it actually.
Well, hold on. What are we talking about here? Gotta go on facts, not popular opinion. The man was convicted of crimes and will never do his time. What crimes? And what are we talking about? Didn't he get his appeals? Everything was not crimes? Isn't he clear? I'm pretty sure. I'm happy to pull it up if it's not true.
The brand by spending $700 million getting rid of the fuddy-duddy old white dude on the old logo at the top and replacing it with the boring Nothing Burger logo underneath. This prompted quite a furious backlash.
You can change everywhere else. Leave Cracker Barrel alone.
Why am I seeing that Cracker Barrel redid their logo?
Look, Cracker Barrel, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Put that cracker and that barrel back in that logo.
Put them back in the logo.
Line, of course, the memesters were having a field day, referencing the Sydney Sweeney controversy a few weeks ago. Remember the great jeans stuff? Comparing the old, so what they did is compare the old Cracker Barrel hot logo to its new woke variant via Sydney Sweeney imagery. Brilliant. But unbelievably, Cracker Barrel's ridiculous woke CEO persisted with the woke insanity.
What if all the customers are coming at you hard enough about the look of the restaurant and they want to go back to the old way? Would you do it?
Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing.
Overwhelming positive. Not really sure about that. Talk about not quite read.
She did a whole interview on how awesome it was and how all the stores were asking to be first in line to get the redo, and like how everyone just absolutely loved it.
They just love it.
Because next came the
It's the best.
The CEO herself.
Hi, I'm
You don't think they were just telling her that so that they could keep their jobs?
I know you get. You're what? This is the CEO. Hello. Exactly.
We don't know what kind of CEO she is. She could just be like, my
excuse
way or
me?
you're out.
Do you see this right here? Did you? Well,
The
let me go to her
power
actual
glasses?
face. Let's go to her actual face.
The woke insanity.
What if all the customers are coming at you hard enough about the look of the restaurant and they want to go back to the old way? Would you do it?
Honestly, the feedback's
Yeah, she's these are even more power glasses now.
Yeah, exactly. The other one wasn't even close.
She's like, don't look at me as though.
Yeah, so we know
Okay.
exactly
I
what's
gotcha.
going on here. Yeah.
She's like that lady that scammed everyone, and she had the Steve Jobs look and she even faked her deep voice to try to be more manly and Steve Jobs like.
Really?
I don't remember her name. That was a few years ago, but that's what she looks like. She looked the same. She's just like the blonde woman with well, this one had the turtleneck and the thick glasses, but she faked like having a really deep voice. So that I guess, I don't know, people responded to her better.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, I mean, people are programmed a certain way, but this is a parody ad, so just to make sure I disclaim that this is a parody. This is not the actual lady.
This is a AI assisted ad.
I don't think it's AI.
know that we hear you. So we're going to fix it, starting with Uncle Herschel. Don't you dare move from that rocking chair, sir. You're back in the logo. You own a certain red hat? Well, guess what? 25% off. How do you like them pancakes? I'll take it.
Oh, gosh, that's not her.
Please, please, please come back to Cracker Barrel. I beg of you. I just lost this company $100 million.
And sure as night follows day, right on cue, next thing you know, as the share price plummeted and the customers deserted Cracker Barrel in droves, how often have we seen this grim woke morality tale play out to its inevitable conclusion? The corporate apology.
So after a week's worth of backlash, the Tennessee-based company did put out an apology statement of sorts, which said, in part, quote, we know we won't always get everything right the first time, but we'll keep testing, learning, and listening to our guests and employees.
But an apology is never enough. By now, even Donald Trump had weighed into the controversy, telling Cracker Barrel to reinstate the old logo. And sure enough,
He gave them an out. He's like you
Barrel
said,
did just that, announcing that after losing $143 million, the old man on the logo was back. With a spokesperson for Cracker Barrel announcing, we said we would listen, and we have. Our new logo is going away, and our old-timer will remain. President Trump was quick off the mark to congratulate them. And didn't the memesters sure have fun with the about turn?
$143 million.
And yes, of course, even Sydney Sweeney got her own AI celebration.
Seems like a lot of money.
Rebound. All right. All right, so we have some breaking news. I got to check into this. Sabrina's dropping some bombs in here. Let's see. Trump fiction list. Let's start with that. Wait, let's try.
I assumed he was acquitted of
Yeah, that's
all
what I thought,
those
too.
things.
Currently,
Perhaps
convicted.
assuming things is not the best thing to do.
He,
But it still had only two choices.
but was acquitted in his two. In other cases, some charges were dismissed, while others are still pending. Conviction found him guilty on all 34 counts of falsifying business records to conceal hush money during a presidential election. On 25, the judge sentenced him to unconditional discharge, meaning he received a conviction on his record, but no jail time, fines, or probation. He has vowed to appeal this conviction. Impeached him for abuse of power and the Senate later acquitted him. The House impeachment related to Jan 6, the Senate acquitted him. And special counsel dropped this case after election victory, citing policy against prosecuting a sitting president. A judge
So they didn't
dismissed-
get to it fast enough, basically.
Yep, I remember it was like a race against the clock, or like
I recall that too. Yeah, I remember.
It was like they couldn't get it done fast enough. Georgia election.
The system worked in his favor on that one, that's for sure.
It's been paused. Appealing regarding the disqualification. Well, it looks like we still have some time on this one. So currently he is convicted, is a convicted felon.
Of falsifying business records to conceal hush money payment during the 2016 presidential election.
These are coming from NPR and BBC and PBS. ABC. I will have to look into this more, but interesting.
I just find the sources to be a little sussy. Well, I mean, I find Fox News to also be a sussy source, but
and I'm wondering what is the
see what everyone else is saying.
What would a jail time look like for those? I'm interested now. Now you've pulled some threads, Sabrina. You're pulling some threads here.
Don't unravel our house of cards.
Now we have to go on
pretty
now
house.
we have to go down a rabbit hole. All right. Well, we'll circle back to that. Thanks for dropping some bombs in here. And
It's a
now
shiny
we
little
have
trophy.
DC. Yeah, this is the what do you call it? The FIFA.
It's the World Cup,
Yeah, World Cup.
right? Yeah, World Cup.
Apparently, this is like. Is it? I can't imagine this is solid gold. There's no fucking.
No, I think it's it looks like it's gold leaf.
It's
Almost.
somehow at least gold, but he said it's really heavy. But he said he's gonna put it up somewhere. But
It's probably plated in gold.
Very, very safe. Chicago's a mess. You have an incompetent mayor, grossly incompetent, and and we'll.
YouTube wants you to answer
next.
questions.
So I think Chicago will be our next, and then we'll help with New York.
So Chicago and New York, Kevin. Now, for context, last year, the murder rate in D.C. was on par with Chicago and nearly 4 times higher than Los Angeles and nearly 6 times higher.
just everybody's getting killed in Washington D.C. This is just.
It's a lot of people.
You can't have a gun in D.C. You have to have you have to have a concealed permit for D.C. if you want to carry in D.C.
So they don't accept other state licenses, is what you're saying?
And I
Dang.
guess, like, good luck getting one. And it's like, well, do you notice anything? I don't know. Like, it's crazy. Like,
Higher than New York, as you can see there. And
That's
you mentioned
really high,
the top
though.
1,700 National
That is
Guard members
really high.
we sent to 19 states. That's less than 100 per state. The White House says they will be helping DHS with clerical support and other logistical tasks for processing illegal aliens at ICE facilities. Now, speaking of law enforcement, yesterday FBI agents raided the home of Trump's former national security advisor.
it's like, there you go. You're saying we don't have the people? Here you go. What are these guys doing? There you go. Go help them process all these people. Get them the hell out of here.
I mean, the National Guard is
outside
partially trained for that kind of thing, so.
I mean, it's just, you know what? You signed up for 2 weekends a year or whatever. Let's go. Like, you get to fill out paperwork and get these people the hell out of here. Let's go. I'd be like, hell yeah, at least I'm not going to war. Shit. I just got to write some paperwork up. Deal. I'm not building a hospital in a swamp somewhere. Deal. You know? Paperwork, easy.
Washington's home in Montgomery County, Maryland. And FBI agents were also seen in his office, the one he rents here in Washington, carrying boxes of documents, likely searching for classified information. Yesterday, the president admitted he's not a fan of Bolton, who wrote a book criticizing Trump after Bolton left the White House.
I'm not a fan of John Bolton. I thought he was a sleazebag, actually. and he suffers major Trump derangement syndrome.
Since returning the White House, Trump revoked the security clearance from Bolton and also took away his protective detail. And we've also learned the FBI director yesterday during that raid tweeted that no one is above the law and said the FBI is on mission, Kevin.
I said in the new forward to the paperback edition of my book, I think it is a retribution presidency.
And that security clearance
was... yeah, if you break the law, guess what? You get punished. I don't understand. How's it got to be retribution? It means you can break the law and... what? Any sort of anything done about it is just retribution. Like, there's no way that you could also... like, the two things... like, why can't it be you actually are just an idiot? All right, we'll see you tonight, Medieval. You're going to go play a while before you make a cheater jambalaya? What? What is in a jambalaya?
Cheater jambalaya. Jambalaya is like a
cheater about it.
It's because it's not from scratch, is my guess. Isn't jambalaya like a stew?
I thought. Does it got like sausage in it?
I like sausage.
I do, but I don't like it because it's like heavily processed. Shrimp.
Oh well, that's most sausage is heavily processed, but
apparently
that's
there
true.
was radioactive shrimp.
You
or
can't
something.
really not process sausage, I guess. You can make your own sausage though,
and a lot of times has like a lot of salt and preservatives and shit.
Well,
Just the
that's also
process
true.
of it.
It's definitely on the salt.
Mm-hmm. Did he just create his own hate disease? Hate disease? Where were we?
I don't understand. I misunderstand that.
Kielbasa and chicken thighs. I do like kielbasa. Do you like the fresh or smoked? I like them both, but I kind of like the fresh better. Zatran's jambalaya with a salad. Fresh. Yeah, I do like it. But, again, I don't like it because it's processed. Uh-oh. I think my headphones are telling me they're low.
Processed foods will kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Just real slow, like.
Nice. So I'm chewing. I'm trying to. Let's move on to the next thing.
Bye, Medieval Mom.
Chew my breakfast. Looters empty 39 Chicago stores and mayor cheers the sanctuary city and explodes. So Chicago's having some problems. Let's check this out while I finish chomping some granola bar.
Everyone's talking about how bad Chicago is, and what have we got here? Is this person getting arrested? Oh!
So apparently,
these police are totally overwhelmed.
That guy just ran up and punched him and then ran off.
Oh my goodness, what's going on here? They're dancing! After that officer was just accosted.
I don't understand what's happening because they keep blurring
is
it.
out of control too. This happened in
Yeah, I think a bunch of hoochie mamas were showing off their hoochie tatas, but effectively there was like some just like disturbance, and the foreigners decided to punch. Well, not even the foreigners. This is Chicago, I guess. These fucking idiots just ran up and punched the cops and ran off. Which, how stupid are you? Like, what is the point of that?
Nordstrom's.
I don't know. Oh, they robbed Nordstrom.
And then this. Here's Nordstrom's. Oh my god. First off, I would be perfectly fine if they posted an armed security out there, and if someone like grabbed a bunch of stuff and ran out with it, just shoot them. Like, I would 100% support that. I'd be like, what is the case for this? Why do you need to do that?
I don't know about shooting people for that.
Yeah, I would shoot them. No, because these people are dangerous and they likely are armed.
Well, if they're armed, then yeah, shoot them.
But I'm saying you have to go with the probability of that they are likely
everyone
armed,
else,
because you can't wait for them to pull out a gun and shoot you, or the other person that's with them to shoot you or something. Like, no.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunately potentially true. Okay,
I'd be like, why
I can see
you
both
need to do
sides.
that?
I think they should do it in the first place.
A reason
do something
that you needed to do that,
get
then
shot,
I would
you
be
shouldn't
okay.
be surprised. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
If you do something that's stupid and do it with a weapon, then I think you should expect to get shot. Surprised.
Yeah,
but
watch this. These people ran in here.
Human life is a little more valuable than stuff.
I do too, but these people don't respect it.
No, and you have to give deterrence for future.
That's the problem. You let it.
That's the other downside. You can't. It's not a case by case. You don't do anything.
It's unfortunate that it's not
more people to pull more crap. Yeah, and if you let them keep doing it, they're only going to escalate. So
exactly, and they've been enabled for so long.
Basically just beating people up on the street and taking their wallets. I mean,
and that's exactly what they're doing. We're gonna see this. That's exactly what they're doing, and it's like you have to stop
I didn't even know that.
fundamentally. You have to just 100% say we're done with it. It's not we're not tolerating it. If you do it, you are dead. That is it. 100%. We fucked up and it got to this point, but keep doing it and you're done. That is, to me, is how it has to be.
Here they go.
Where are they? Oh, look at him getting in the car.
He's running. I've always wanted to
He
see
just
this in
threw a
real
bunch
life.
of stuff in there.
Where do you think we're going to go, Adam? I don't know. It's super exciting.
Whoa.
This guy's watching.
That's a stolen car for sure. Here's another guy that they
Two cars.
A bold crew is caught on camera running out of the
$100,000
Nordstrom in River North
heist.
with designer goods.
By the time Chicago police responded, the thieves were long gone.
And it's like, come on. And it's Nordstrom, so you know everything in there is expensive. But like, they just grab a bunch of shit and like threw it in the car and drove off. Like, where's the deterrent? Where's the?
That's 100,000. That's felony level robbery. Easily.
And it's organized. There's like a gang or a ring or
Yeah,
something.
I've seen
coordinated effort.
YouTube's about like I saw one where they tried to do it. The guy at the jewelry store was armed, so it didn't work out. But yeah,
and that's how it should be. And especially if you own the place, like Nordstrom's obviously is a chain, but if you're like a jeweler, I'd be like, all right, when expect that when you come in, the door is locked, and if you try some shit, I'm shooting you dead. Like, I don't know, man. It's just like, why? Don't even like. There's not a reason for it. Like, if there was like, oh well, maybe he was X. Like, no, there is no maybe it was. It's like literally, don't do it. Yeah, that's why a lot of stores are doing that now. And I went to the jeweler down here where it's like really nice area, and it's still a doorman had to buzzer me in. And when I went like to the mall into one of the watch stores, the guy had to like swipe a fob on a special plot spot on his desk or something to like trigger like it to let him unlock the one cabinet or whatever. It's like, geez, man.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like this is the kind of shit that happens otherwise, and you got to be able to defend yourself.
My understanding is in a lot of these big cities and stuff, like everything is locked up. Like everything is behind locked cases, and you have to get people to help you to get things. I mean, maybe not like potato chips yet, but like toiletry items and anything that's expensive is locked up. That's my understanding.
Oh my God.
Or it's getting locked up. So people aren't buying much because they have to wait for get their things. They leave.
Yeah, exactly. If it's too much of a hassle and you feel like a criminal, and we'll see that in a second. But some breaking news.
I
we'll
wouldn't.
see if
I
this
mean, like,
actually holds
that limits
the weekend. But currently, apparently, they ruled tariffs are not legal, so the stock market should explode on Tuesday. And I hope that is true. And that would be just so lovely.
Who ruled them illegal?
Damn it! I didn't buy anything on Friday! Son of a bitch!
U.S. Appeals Court?
Yeah, it keeps going back. But I mean, last time they said that on an overnight, the stock market.
I don't think they are illegal, though. That's the problem. I think that's presidential power.
They're saying it's illegal to be just broad as they are. Like, at some point Congress is supposed to have to rule in on like that kind of tariff, but if it's like specific to like a national security interest of like a specific thing, then it's like, okay.
It's okay to increase tariffs on Russia, for example, because there's a situation
or stuff
going
like
on
that,
with that.
stuff like
Right,
that. But they're talking more like, you know, the tariffs on, you know, the EU for automotive or like
or Canada or whatever.
Canada,
okay.
exactly.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, not the sanctions. Yeah, those are different.
Gotcha.
All right. So anyway, they just stole a bunch of stuff from Nordstrom, threw them in a car, drove off like crazy people. Of course, that in itself is dangerous because what if someone was crossing the street? You think they would have stopped for them? You know, if someone like if a car was there, like what's the likelihood of someone getting hit, someone getting hurt, like all this like chaos and like potential for like. And for no reason. It's like, just clamp it down. There's a lot of places, you know, if you do certain things, you can just expect to just, that's the last thing that you do. You know what I mean? Like, and you got to understand, like, I feel like the U.S. is very lenient and keeps getting like softer. And even, you know, the things that actually get prosecuted have to be like the slam dunkiest, home runniest, you know, thing. Otherwise, you know, even if they get arrested, they still get out anyway because the system's so fucked. And you know, they can't even, you know, someone did this one thing not right, or like some procedure, or oh, you know what, it would be too much of a pain, or there's not jail space, or like whatever. It's like, holy crap, how is that the reason that we just allow bad actors to just roam around doing terrible shit?
Yeah.
Like, that's not what this is about.
But the impact of their actions, long lasting.
Yeah,
These
I believe
are professional thieves. Investigators say the organized retail theft is big money too. We're talking a $1 billion
police
industry.
10 steps behind.
$1 billion industry.
Yes, News Chicago showed you how the Cook County State's Attorney was the helm of the nationwide crackdown, which netted 500 arrests, all from people stealing from stores and selling the goods at much cheaper cost.
All of that, just put them down. Just, either they can lay down on the floor and surrender, or you're going out the back door in a bag. Like, I don't understand.
Thieves are taking Chicago for everything they got.
Look how they taking money from Dunkin' Donuts, y'all.
And this is Dunkin' Donuts!
What just happened to Dunkin' Donuts, man?
Full bulletproof glass, and they have to use the bank, like, double-slotted, like, door system.
Are you kidding me? Robbing from Dunkin' Donuts for realsies?
Dunkin' Donuts. And then imagine the overhead of now you got to install a full bulletproof ass glass on your storefront. Okay, I imagine that costs more than the traditional Dunkin' Donuts that doesn't have that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
This got to cost more to operate, and now you're paying more to be treated like a freaking criminal because you are.
Straight bulletproof glass through the whole thing, man. I mean, you can't even breathe on these people. Look how sealed this is. This is a professional seal. Like, you can't even talk to these people.
It's a bank for donuts, for Boston cream donuts.
Yeah. I've only seen this like
every day in senior
extreme security in like really bad neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Myself.
Yeah.
Like, really
that's
bad
Chicago, apparently. That's why I'm supporting.
And it's usually like gas stations that are open 24 hours.
Mm-hmm. Or the convenience store, like liquor store.
Right. That also does like cash checking and lotto and all.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. This shit is retarded, and
now it's all over the place. Even in your local Dunkin' Donuts.
What else is the military doing? I mean, we got so many people. I imagine everybody would be. They would be so happy to go in and just.
They're usually bored out of their skulls, I think.
I would say just
go
do
drills
coast to coast. Let's go. Just clean it all the fuck
so
up.
Happy to have something to do. I think they're giving live ammunition.
We'd have a great outcome at the end. It'd be like, okay, it's a lot better now. Like, holy crap, just get it done. And apparently they brought out tanks.
Like this, bro, that do something to your mental up here. It tell you, like, this how you feed animals in a zoo, gang.
That's terrible,
That's
man.
pretty much what it's telling your mentality. Like, I don't trust you. You feel what I'm saying? At what point do we be like, we tired of getting treated like animals, tired of getting treated like this? Like, bro, like,
lock up your criminals.
You telling me I can't even hand you my money, gang? Like, bro, like, you grow up, imagine you see this every day for your whole life, and then you go to someplace else and you see them handing the money, you gonna think something wrong with you, gang. Like, it's crazy mentality.
Yeah, because there is.
Well, that's what happens when you don't put criminals in jail. You got to put the donuts in jail instead.
He pretty quickly picked me up and
this is a restaurant robbery.
It was an attack that literally turned her life upside down last week, Wednesday.
Was a pretty normal shift up in.
So that guy right there was going through. He was going through that lady's purse, and she came over to grab her purse, and then he picked her up and slammed her.
Damn.
And that's why I say I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm done giving a fuck. Like, you couldn't even like, oh, you got caught, like, run away. You know what I'm saying? Like, be an idiot, like, whatever. Like, you picked her up and slammed her and then just continued to just rob her and leave? Like, that's where we're at. Like, no.
This is why we all need to exercise our Second Amendment rights. Because if everyone is armed, then this kind of crap wouldn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
right? Because she might not be armed, but some other dude in there is. And then, you know.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He's
But that's
dead,
why I'm saying
so it's
send
all
the
about
military in too.
witnesses
Fuck
and
it.
Cameras and stuff, and he's vindicated. He's obviously robbed.
Yeah, he's robbing her. He slammed her. Okay.
Right? You know, pop. He's, you know, problem solved.
Problem solved.
Taxpayers
And
don't have to
because
pay
it
no
only
money.
takes one weird hit to your head to kill you. Like, if you're picking up a woman and slamming her, like, you clearly are okay with murdering someone.
Like,
so.
like I'm saying, like there is a line, and like robbing the woman, and yeah, that's one line. But then attacking her is the other line, and that line.
But the problem is, I think you just have to assume. Yeah. Unfortunately, you have to assume that's what the person is willing and or going to do. Because if you don't and you wait for it to happen, okay, well, now she's dead because he dropped her on her head, and or she's paralyzed. And it's like, okay, well, just how about let's not behave like that in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Like, makes me crazy.
Until this point, around 8:15, this man walked in with a face mask and was on the phone and said that he was waiting for his girlfriend.
Yeah.
When I came back inside, I saw him sitting there with my bag on his lap, and he was going through it. He was going through my wallet. I saw him taking cash out of it.
This is the worst kind of crime here. Pickpockets, all this nonsense. Chicago is falling apart right before our eyes.
Security video inside the Dandy Crown on Milwaukee Avenue shows that violent confrontation involving a masked man who then tried to run away, as she says, he claimed to be armed with a knife.
When he got to the front door, he...
That's
Just
awful.
2 nights prior, another employee faced a masked man seen in this security video.
2 nights earlier.
The suspect pulled out a sharp...
Wearing this fucking thing over his face, pulled out a sharp object.
In the same place?
Yeah, a knife or whatever, and just walks up, takes this person's purse and these 2 phones, and just leaves.
Object before demanding money from a cash register. However,
Look
he
at him
was
all
only
messed
able
up.
to get away with a woman's bag and 2 phones. The bar's owner, Julia Schell, told ABC7 last week that her business was robbed at least 5 times over the last 2 years. The bar has been shuttered since Sarah's attack.
Look, they have a sign that says no cash on premise.
And did you see he was going over there to continue to attack that person, that woman behind the bar, until, I don't know, she grabbed a knife or something. I couldn't see what exactly caused him to turn around again, but he was going to continue to go after her and probably hurt her to take whatever the fuck she didn't want to give him. That's why, again, I just have no sympathy, and all these fucking lunatics that are supporting this, like, oh, we don't need any help. Well, like, there's no crime here. Da, da, da. Like, are you kidding me?
Right.
Like, how like self-absorbed do you have to be to put all these people's lives like don't matter? Actually, you just need to feel righteous, and you know, fuck them. They can die in the meantime, like because you don't want to believe it for some stupid ass reason. Like, I don't know, man. That's too much for me.
Premises, and people are still getting robbed at this place. The purses are getting stolen. The phones are getting stolen. You got criminals just walking off the street, walking in there, and potentially stealing access to someone's bank account and their identity. But apparently, tanks are now spawning in the street in Chicago.
Trying to go home. A tank just appears, bro.
I'll be
It's
like,
an
hell
APC.
yeah.
What are you doing this?
That's crazy. Look at a woman in a dress.
This, you the main character, bro. What the f is wrong with that? Didn't happen.
Look what's in the background. A Trump building right there in the middle of Chicago. But look what happened at Foot Locker just now.
Glass at the Foot Locker store at Chicago Kedzie Plaza. At 3
Foot
a.m.,
Locker.
thieves backed a car into the front of the store and grabbed shoes.
This is so crazy too. I don't know why people in their shoes and this crazy shit. But anyway, they
Wow.
It's frustrating.
They're easy to resell. That's why.
This comes as a
Look at the
burglary.
Well, I mean, people just like how much they pay for some of these shoes, like these, like I don't know, like the Nikes
yeah.
with like
I
the
don't
whatever this or that. I'm like, holy moly, like really? I don't know. I don't know what it is about them, but you know, they drove a car into it and then had another car that they used as like the load it up and get away with, because the one car obviously got all fucked up smashing in. So they stole two cars, one to smash this building, one to drive away with all the stuff. Now this person has got to like fix the building. You know, the company has all the, you know, theft loss, and you know who's paying for all this. Of course, you know, the people who aren't criminals. So I don't know.
Yep.
You know, why is everything so expensive? I don't know. Maybe stupid idiots that have been rioting and looting for the last 10 years. Maybe that has something to do with it.
It could have
Foot
something to do
Locker,
with it.
West Englewood, Tuesday
Maybe.
at 4:15
Oh, they hit two stores.
Surveillance video of that incident shows the method the young thieves
Oh, my
used
goodness.
to smash through the store windows and grab what they can.
So they crash into the store with this car, and then they loot the store and fill up the silver car and drive away.
And grab what they can. Shanti Alpha is the property manager for both properties. She says repairing the damage for retailers is far more expensive than replacing the stolen merchandise.
It is organized crime. That's what we're facing. It is not petty theft. It is
supposed to be a plunder.
individuals. They get together, create a plan, execute that plan.
And there's
Cost
no
$2 million.
police.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is an organized crime. This isn't like just random crime. This is like people got together to do this because they knew there wasn't going to be any repercussions really, and that they could get
That's
away
what
with
happens after you defund the police and don't hire any new ones. And you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you support all this stuff and like soft on crime and all this like, oh, we don't want the help of the government to come in and, you know, give us troops that we're paying anyways. Like they're there.
Right.
We're not in like some war right now. Like we have people doing like do something with them. Make the internal of the country good. Like, I mean, yeah, great. We're not trying to like go to war with our own country. Like, that's not the point. The point is get rid of the fucking crime. And if that needs the military, I don't care. Like, who out? Like, okay. Especially if it's just going from city to city and just, you know. Now, if it was like a long-term thing where they're like, all right, we're just going to have military like all the time policing.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
That could be problematic. But
that's different.
If we just go around, okay, DC's clean, okay, New York's clean, Chicago's clean, LA, you know, let's go.
Well, the part of the problem comes in to, okay, they come in and they clean up, but then they leave. Then what happens, right? So
Then
I
those
think,
bitches know if they act up again, they'll be back.
Well, yeah, I know, right. But I think using this as a way of encouraging these cities and our states to reinvest in their police departments or state police or whatever it is that's been defunded
100%.
or is being ineffective. And maybe if they had problems opposed to firing everyone and not rehiring anybody or hiring anyone to replace them, and, you know, train them better, you know, give them better tools, you know, pay them better. So you
Well, and
attract
they'll have a better
people.
starting point. If you like fix the major crime issue.
Also true.
Well, now
right.
the police
Like,
have
we got
like
rid of
a
all
less
these, you know,
major issue.
80% of your major problem people, and now the rest is up to you.
And because you only need to get rid of a small number, like apparently like 5% of the crime is like committed, or like 5% of the criminals are like 80% of the crime number. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
The same people do most of the crime. So if you get like the ones that are heavily criminals, you've solved a lot of crime. You know? There might be other criminals, but either they're just going to go away, or like they're much more small time. They're not.
They're more manageable.
Exactly. They're ones that you can handle.
Right.
So I don't know. I think just overall it's good. Like scrub it down, get things at a good starting point, you know, retrain the police how to do their job from a good starting point and keep it clean and just don't allow the bullshit crazy, like all these crazy policies, just don't even allow it. Just like, nope. That we know just falls apart.
Off shares that all consumers pay the price for retail loss.
She's right.
We're all paying for this. Okay. Each retailer that has, you think you're getting 20% off. Well, that 20% off is already covering their lost inventory.
She fears.
But those communities do have the criminals because they refuse to put them in jail.
My children can't walk around the community without being hurt or kidnapped or having a drive-by. So it's what these numbers that they're expressing, we don't feel it in our quality of life.
Trump, you need to bring the National Guard to Chicago, man. You got kids, man. That's not good, man. Washington, D.C., there's not much going on compared to Chicago, man. I'm running. There's a war happening right now in Chicago, man. Hey, look, man. Look, go on the news. Go on the news. Or go on Google, type Chicago. I'm going back home to Africa, man. I can't.
That's pretty state.
He's going back home to Africa.
Full of normal.
Oh my God. He's like, Chicago is so bad. I'd rather be in Africa. Holy crap. I mean, you couldn't just go somewhere else in America? You like, it's Chicago or Africa are your two options? How is that possible?
I'm not sure, but I think he was trying to make a point.
People who are telling us how much they do not want to see crime ruining their city. This place is run by activists who don't want to see law and order come here at all.
And on crime in Washington, D.C. are now armed following a new Pentagon order as the president floats the possibility of extending federal deployments to other U.S. cities, including Chicago.
We may or may not. We may just go in and do it, which is probably what we should do. They need help badly. Chicago desperately needs help.
But late today is from Chicago's Democratic mayor, who notes the city's murder rate is down 32% from last year.
This stunt that this president is attempting to execute is not real.
This guy's melting down.
It doesn't help drive us towards a more safe, affordable big city.
And Illinois Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker.
What is safe and affordable? Like, how are those two things? Like, why are you saying those two things? We're talking about the safety of it. Like, how does that impact the affordability to have a safer city? I'm like, if we came in with the National Guard that's already being paid anyways to do some work.
I'm not sure where the affordable part matters.
Yeah, what is the affordable? What are you talking about?
Posting this video along Lake Michigan.
A lot of people running, having a great time.
Insisting the city does not need assistance from federal.
Wait a second. You mean to tell me the governor of a sanctuary state went out one day for a jog all by himself and saw this? You mean to tell me he didn't have a security detail with him? You mean to tell me they didn't clean this area up before he went in? Really? Interesting. Not sure how much of this I believe.
Running, having a great time.
Insisting the city does not need assistance from federal law enforcement.
Yeah, they all insist.
Mr. President, do not come to Chicago. You are neither wanted here nor needed here.
That's the
But
big
so far
part of
this year,
this.
the city is still averaging over one a day. Just this week.
What is the rationale? What is the rationale? I cannot wrap my head on it. Oh, I missed a few things. Let's see. This is why stores. Yep. I don't blame them. One thing I can't be mad at Trump for is he did crack the code for president. I think he's done a lot of things. He is. I think he's going to do a lot more things. And I think he is really good for the stock market. I will just say that.
Again, there were 3 homicides and 27 people were shot.
We still have a problem. We have a problem with illegal guns. We have a high murder rate. We need help with that.
Yep.
Trump really wants to help. What he
Yeah,
can't do is
just do whatever you want and let the court figure it out. I like it. But I also think there's like a lot of conditions that allow this to work out. And I don't see it being like a thing that continues forward, really. Like, I don't know. There's so many things that allow this to happen right now. And we'll see. We'll see if they keep happening. But I don't think so. I'm pretty sure this is time boxed.
give us a federal Homeland Security grant so we can have...
Give us money. Give us money. That's what they want. They want money. The same people that created the crime problem in Chicago say, you know what? Don't send troops. Don't send law enforcement.
Wait, you wanted it to be you want to spend more money so it can be affordable and safe? I don't understand. And then where's the money going to come from after you're done being given it? Like somehow what you're just going to it's not sustainable, like you're not going to sustain whatever you're doing, like so I'm assuming people are going to have to pay more for this like sustained secure infrastructure. Oh my God. Again, I don't know why the two are even related. I mean, frankly, like it shouldn't, like whatever it costs is what it costs. If you know, the safety should be what it is. And then, you know, if you want to live there, that's what it costs to live there. I don't know. Like it's like free market shit. It doesn't even make sense to me.
Enforcement. Don't build a jail in Philadelphia. But if you have some money for us, we'll take it. If you really want to help, just pay us. What do you think's going to happen to that money?
Or police officers.
While the president pushing back on Democratic accusations that he's behaving like a dictator.
A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator. I don't like a dictator. I'm not a dictator.
I love how he does that. He'll take it and be like, "Oh
like,
yeah."
well, some people want one, but
I'm sure at least one person wouldn't mind a dictator. I love how he does that. Oh my god! Anytime they try and get him on something, or he's like, "Oh well, I mean, I know I can't have a third term, but I mean, I hear a lot of people say they'd let me have a third term," just to like troll the Democrats. I swear to God, he's like, "Well, I don't know. I guess maybe it's a good idea."
I heard he keeps sending Trump 2028 hats to Gavin Newsom.
The what?
I've been hearing that that Trump people have been sending MAGA hats to Gavin Newsom. And I think they say Trump 2028.
Yep. Hey, shit. I would vote for him. Is a crime cleanup a cover-up to put troops in place for martial law and order? I mean, it's possible, but like I said, as long as they're going from place to place, if they try and establish like a long-term, like some sort of like cooperative military policing force that's like a permanent thing, yeah, then I would start getting worried that we're moving in the wrong direction. But until then, I think it's moving in the right direction, because it sounds like anyways, he feels like DC is done, even though he has 30 days. I feel like he's just going to use the time and go from there. We'll see. We'll see when 30 days are up. I think that puts us on September 11th, honestly. But we'll give it until the 13th, which I think is a Saturday. I will reevaluate my position at that point.
I'm a man with great common sense, and I'm a smart person. And when I see what's happening to our cities, and then you send in troops, instead of being praised, they're saying you're trying to take over the republic.
All right, Gary joins us live from the White House. Gary, the president also making headlines on crime with some new executive orders, including on cashless bail.
That's right. Okay, so the thing here is, whether you have a dictator or not, you need law and order. If you don't have law and order, your dictator is the criminal underworld that runs your city and forces out businesses and shuts them down. A criminal underworld that exists because of this whole cashless bail thing that doesn't allow criminals to go to jail.
The president targeting several Democratic-run cities and states, including Washington, D.C. and Chicago, which use a cashless bail system in their courts. The president believes those hurt public safety. The order signed today could be used to cut off some funding for places that keep using those systems after 30 days. And in a separate order signed today, he also created a new specialized National Guard unit that could be deployed in cities for police work going forward.
A cleanup battalion. Here's an article.
Hold on. What did he just say exactly?
Which use a cashless bail system in their courts. The president believes those hurt public safety. The order signed today could be used to cut off some funding for places that keep using those systems after 30 days. And in a separate order signed today, he also created a new specialized National Guard unit that could be deployed in cities for police work going forward.
A cleanup battalion.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, hopefully this is a short-term thing, or I don't know, maybe we need because we have to keep going around and around and around. Maybe they go like, they pick 12 cities, they just every month they're in one of them.
Just like in rotation.
Yeah, to just make sure that the criminals like get it, like you can't just lay low for a while.
Like the World Series, right?
Yeah. Or maybe, they can gamify it and be like, okay, how many we can clean up in each city? Well, we probably don't want that, actually. Scratch that. Do not gamify. We do not need incentive for additional arrests. Oh, no, my headphones just died. Well, this is going to be interesting.
Uh-oh.
With that in mind, I think that about does the Chicago stuff. We got Tom Homan, an absolute fucking man. This guy is the GOAT. He is the GOAT of all time. And apparently, this Abrego Garcia thing. They're trying to say that, yeah, he could have been deported anywhere but El Salvador, blah, blah, blah. And now they're trying to say, like, they're trying to threaten him with deportation to Uganda if he doesn't, like, plead guilty to charges. So they're trying to, like, say there's coercion or whatever, but Tom Homan's just like, nope, I don't even care. We're getting rid of this guy, and we'll see how it goes.
Close-up interview, border czar Tom Homan. Tom, thanks for joining us tonight. Obviously, a fast-moving case. Abreu Garcia's lawyer says the government is, quote, weaponizing the immigration system against him. My question is, what's your response to accusations that you're weaponizing the immigration system, and will, in fact, Abreu Garcia soon be heading to Uganda?
He is absolutely going to be deported from this country. He's not going to walk the streets of the station, so he can enjoy the little time he has with his family. And for the person who says we're not going to separate family, his family can go with him because he's leaving. He's going to be deported. Look, he's a criminal alien. He's a member of MS-13, which is now a designated terrorist. He's a white beater. He's a human trafficker. He's been indicted for human trafficking and alien smuggling. He's a bad person.
Apparently he applied for a gag order against like Pam Bondi and Kristi Noem or some, because like he has a trial coming up and they keep saying how bad a person he is, and they feel like it's gonna like make it so he can't have a fair trial. But at the end of the day, you know, it's like, okay.
He's not going to be here. He's been order removed twice. Order removed by 2 different federal judges. He's going to leave this country in the very near future, and his family can go with him. I can't see who was talking before the sound bites, but whoever said we're taking advantage of the broken immigration system, what do they do? What do those people do the last 4 years about this broken immigration system? They let 10.5 million people cross that border.
Sex trafficking, how is it one way and not the other? Like, I don't, and they never can even respond to this. It's like, literally, why would we ever want this? Like, why did we let this happen? Like, and we sat by and let it happen because the stupid people in charge, and we waited and waited until we could do something about it, and we did, and now they're fighting back like little babies. And it's like, holy crap, we had to put up with all of this for so long, and you caused so much destruction. And the only thing you can ever talk about is, oh, Jan 6, blah, blah, like whatever. Like, all of this is incomparable. It's crazy. I know, Epstein files.
Epstein files!
Uh-oh!
It's always the Epstein file.
Children all-time high. Overdose deaths of fentanyl all-time high. Number of terrorists all-time high. They didn't do anything to fix it. President Trump is keeping his promise to American people to enforce the law, and that's what we're doing. We're making this country safer every day by removing people like Abreu Garcia.
Hey, just to follow up, Tom.
At all-time high, blah, blah, blah. Like, all these terrible things. And it's like, okay, these aren't, in my opinion, even extreme measures, honestly. These are, like, very rational or like pretty even-handed, I would say, overall, to be honest. Like, and I think a lot of people would be frankly okay with a lot more extreme response. Like, I think this could be a lot worse.
Basic common sense stuff.
All right, so anyway, that's Tom Homan. My headphones are dead, so I have no audio. I did have a couple backup clips in case we needed anything more, but I think we have run the course on this week's news. I do appreciate everyone joining us, and thanks for playing along with the emoji game. Appreciate all the responses and creative ideas on how Gen Z communicates. It was a lot of fun. Of course, we had to cover the trans news, and thank you, Mr. Freaks, for setting me straight on what exactly the situation was there, because I now feel like a trans racist or whatever they call it. So thank you for putting me in my place as a white person. And we learned about the Cracker Barrel fiasco and how it's okay to admit that you're wrong. I'm actually surprised that they did that, because woke I feel like their strategy is normally to double down. I'm glad they didn't, and now we're back to normal, so that is cool. And this person is the new love of my life. And it's the Sky News, well, not even, she was talking about how great Trump is and how they would love to have someone awesome. And of course, you have the GOAT, Tom Homan. And with that, I will leave you all. We'll be back this evening for game 7:30. Hope to see you all there. If not, have a great weekend and happy holidays to those in the U.S. Happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day.
Hopefully catch you on Tuesday for games as well. If not, we will see you next Saturday for more exciting news and look forward to catching you all then. Have a great one.
Have a great one, everybody.
Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS on stage. News from RedNex, where truth is the stage. No bias here, just facts you'll see. In every corner, the world story will tell. From the streets of Paris to Tokyo's gleam, every city, every voice will hear them. No spin, no hype, just calm and serene. RedNex World News, where truth is supreme. Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, unbiased crew, bringing you the news without a slew. RedNex World News, where truth takes flight. Every day, every night, we keep it tight. Through the chaos, through the calm, we stand. With Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, we understand. The pulse of the world will never let it fade. RedNex World News, where truth is made. From wars to peace, from despair to hope, we're here to guide you through the scope. No matter the storm, we'll keep you informed. RedNex World News, where truth is born. Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, unbiased crew, bringing you the news without a clue. RedNex World News, where truth takes flight. Every day, every night, we keep it dead. Thank you.